going on? What's 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 going on? Hey, happy Monday. Come on in. Happy Monday. Hey, hey, happy Monday. Hey, hey, happy Monday. Y'all, we got to do this while I still have power. It's going to storm in my area. I know y'all like, dog, Lady Luck, you live in the hood. I told y'all every time it's a hard rain out here, the something's going on with the power. Georgia Power hates my neck of the woods. They really do. Oh, Lord. Yeah, come on in here, hit the like button. My apologies for the delay. I do apologize to all of you all for the delay. I am so sorry. I am the whole 30 minutes behind, but I do have a day job, so I'm actually taking a break. And I have to finish up after this. Still make sure my son is good to go for the evening as well. So multitasking. Yay. Y'all being a mom, it never ends, okay? Never ends. Even if your kids can cook, clean, do laundry, wash dishes, and all of that, you still just kind of worried. Like if he gets too quiet for too long, I'm kind of yelling like, "Hey, what you doing? It's quiet up in here." How y'all doing? Shout out to all of you all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hit that like button. Let's not play around with it. Hit the like button. I hope you guys enjoyed your day somewhat. I know it's been crazy and hectic, but God is still good, ain't he? Y'all, we don't worry about the drama. I did hear back from Edie Marie, so hopefully the collab will be coming out soon. Keep her and everybody in your prayers. Keep me in your prayers, y'all. Y'all know Mama's working hard to get this bigger YouTube check. I'm still waiting on that $7,000 from Israel. They're holding up my plans on booking the trip for Universal Studios for me and my boys. I don't know why it was taking so long to send me that money. Candy asked and said I was supposed to get $7,000. I'm kind of mad I ain't got it yet. Give me my money. Come on, Benjamin Netanyahu. Take 5 minutes out your day. Send me a cash app. You can do it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Look, Candace, the dumb alien, is over there in Russia just making headlines because that's what she planned on doing. Candace, I told you I see through you, heifer. That's all she's doing. Let me go over here, create a stir, and make headlines. That's it. Not doing anything else. She certainly cannot speak on anything regarding economics. And she has no idea what the FARA Act is. So, yeah, I guess we got to look that up because that's a whole thing. Candace. Not that we really want to claim you at this point because we just damn don't. We don't want to claim you, Candace. We don't. We want you to go over there and stay your ass over there. Don't come back. Oh, Lord. But we got to pull up the FARA Act so that everybody is understanding of what that means. And, still hoping that Laura Loomer, puts out another Loomered episode on Candace. Because, Candace, you got to come. Can't make this up. In the meantime, did y'all like the thumbnail? Y'all shout out to Sifa. Sifa, Juju, X-Files, Francisca, all those that send these fantastic works of art. No reply. Miss Kogo and Kogo. Oh, man, you guys send fantastic works of art. Please do not get mad at me if I skip someone or miss someone. You all know who you are. Adam. Mama love you. Adam sends us photos as well, y'all. Shout out to him. So we get some fantastic works of art. And you guys, listen, all the credit goes to you all. I don't take any of that credit. People say, "Oh, I love your thumbnails." Oh, that comes from the Luxters, from my moms, the supporters. They the ones that send it over. All the credit goes to them. So shout out to you all. Thank you so much, man. You get a lot of attention. So keep sending your works of art. And yes, at some point I have so many thumbnails now to last the whole week. All right. So trust me, your works of art are gonna land as a thumbnail at some point this week, hopefully. Because I'm planning on doing a lot of videos, Candace. Oh Lord. While she's over there cozying up with Russians, speaking languages she doesn't understand, we got to look at what the Fair Act is right quick before we get back into. I know Gary was speaking with Ryan Morrow, and then he did a live earlier with Joshua Carr. Shout out to Joshua. How you doing, honey? Hopefully you come back over, hang out with us in the LLC soon, Joshua Carr. Mama love you. But he was with Paramount Tactical today. So they were talking about Candace being over in Russia. There's a couple other videos that I want to get into. We're not going to be long tonight, you all. I mean, I could go for like 8 hours or whatever. But I got to get some sleep at some point. And during the week, you all know how it is. I have a regular job, okay? But shout out to all of you all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate all of you all more than you know. And for having my back. And I got you all's back. All right. Y'all hold it down. And it just puts a smile on my face. All right. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Let's get some shout outs in, some comments in. My apologies once again for running behind. Mackenzie up in here. Stacy. Francisca. As always, shout out to my moms. Juju. Tina Marie. Shout out to the moms. I appreciate you all. Let's see here. Am I saying it? Rashika? Is that it? Rashika Nashi? Oh, that's a beautiful name. I like that. Is it Rashika Nashi? Nashil? Nashi? I like that. Nice name. Beautiful name. Sifa, what's going on? Oh my God. Why? Susie Q up in here? Are you here, Susie? Didn't he come back, stay in the bushes, taking screenshots of the chat, which it seems to have used out for certain reasons? What? What the heck is going on? Who taking screen? The candy ass is taking screenshots. Child. And that's what they do, right? Child, they'll be all right. To the candy asses, here's a disclaimer. I feel like I have to say this all the time because, you know, the bots are dumb. You enter my chat at your own peril. Then. That's it. That's all the disclaimer you get. Can't make this up. Jennifer, what's going on? Who's Pink Dots? What's Susie Q? What's her name again on X? I'm going to check it out. Barely go on there. How I have seen something put out. Sorry. You got is it what you call it over the doxing people? Project Constitution. I told y'all report his ass to the FBI. We're not playing around with that. We don't play around with it. Doxing is illegal. It's a cybercrime. Project Constitution was doxing a couple of people over there on X. Report his ass to the feds. And then let's see how he act then. He will have to explain that to an FBI investigator. He gonna F around and find out for real. Report him to the FBI. Like, we don't get down with that. I would never, ever, ever support anyone doxing anyone. It's never necessary. If you have to do that, you lack creativity and intelligence. And you have nothing to talk about. Yeah, hold on 1 second for me. I gotta go on mute. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now report him to the FBI. People have the right to leave comments and give their commentary and exercise freedom of speech. You're not threatening anybody to do harm or anything like that, then there's no reason for a random person to be doxing anyone. You can't even make this stuff up. So report his ass. Project Constitution can kick rocks and kiss all our ass. Something wrong with him. He thinks stalking people is cool. He's stalking Erica Kirk and he thinks that shit is cute. Now report him to the FBI. You don't even have to tell him. Just do it. Gangsters move in silence, people. Report his ass. If Project Constitution want to walk around here, doxing people, report them to the FBI. So, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Let's see here. Won't be happy about it. What's happening? What's going on now? Y'all listen. I'm not any other outside drama. I'm not doing. We're not going to even talk about it. Okay, because I'm not going to operate like that. Nope. We're not even going to entertain it. Okay, y'all let it be. Let it be. Nah. God is still on the throne. We're not doing the drama. We're not doing none of that. And for all those listening in, shout out to you. Jesus loves everybody. We're not doing it. The devil is a liar. Nope. Nope. Y'all come on in and smile and laugh. That's what we gonna do. We keep living over here. Oh, child, we gonna keep living. Oh, man. And then we got Jay Witt. Y'all pray for Jay Witt. He did a video. And I think a couple content creators, was it April? And what's her name? Oh, what's her name? She always prays before her episodes. Tamira Neely. They did some great videos on the situation with my brother in Christ, my Morehouse brother, Jay Witt. So keep him in your prayers. I have been in communication with him, of course. And, he was like, hey, we holding it down over here, sis. We're holding it down, little homie. So he has a beautiful family and his daughters. He loves his family. He loves his wife and kids. He's a good dude. And I've had the pleasure of meeting him in person at least once and hanging out with him at a gathering. And I mean, he's a really stand-up guy. So keep him in your prayers. I don't know what the school's board's deal is, but his wife is just wanting to open a school. It's like, let her open a school. Let her open a school. It is what it is. That's why. And I say this because he like he said in his video, his opinions are his. My opinions are mine. One of my godmothers is now retired, but she was a federal judge. I try my best not to. That's why we can't go into the weeds of the, I'm not getting into drama. I'm just not. I haven't done anything personally to anybody. They haven't done anything to me. I'm going to sleep peacefully tonight. And I wish them the best in the world. And that's because I do have more people listening than you know, and watching and paying attention than you know. And one of our responsibilities here as content creators, myself, being an independent journalist, to set the tone. What we can't do is engage in any nonsense. Okay. I think I squashed it with the person and said, and I think we agreed to move forward. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So I ask all of you all to do the same, move forward with me and trust God is always got our back. He's going to hold it down here. But we have to sometimes pick your battles. If it's not worth it, don't fight it. Does that make sense? Hit the 4. That's right. Hit the 4. It'll be all right. I'm not worried about it. Okay. We're gonna be good, y'all. Y'all ready? If it makes sense, hit the four. Hit the four. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Let's see here. I did get a response back from Fax Me, so hopefully we'll be scheduling something with him soon. And he's gonna help me get these because when I react to a couple of his videos where he remixes the lyrics with the songs, I got hit with the copyright claim for the music, the instrumentals. So he did say he would help me get that cleared off so that I can get the copyright removed out. And I'll make sure I send that over to him and everything. So hopefully we'll be able to collab with him this weekend. Tomorrow we will be with Ami. And I am so excited. I just want Ami to do a good character and just make us all laugh. Ami will be with us on tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all know that's my imaginary boo thing. So we got to be on our best behavior. I love Ami. Huge fan of Ami. But he is absolutely hilarious and funny. I even love a couple skits he did of Megan Kelly or whatever. The one where Megan Kelly gets the speeding ticket or what she got pulled over for a ticket. And he put on that blonde wig, child. Oh, I laugh at that. I still watch that just for a good giggle. Of all the Megan Kelly, like impersonations he's done, that was my favorite one. When I say hilarious, hilarious. So, if he's got a new video drop, y'all know we watching it. Him and the other one that Mindy recommends over on X. What's the guy's name? He also wears the wig and he does the videos of Candace mispronouncing the words. Boy, it's funny. Oh, that's oh my God, Candace, you're so stupid. So yeah, those two right there, like top tier. That's our go-to. Anytime that he drops a new video or Ami drops a new video, Milk Bar TV, y'all know we're watching it in a heartbeat. It's just without even a question or thought. We're watching Ami, Milk Bar, and the other young man. What's his name on X? Mindy, what's his name on X? Ami is hot. Lyle Culpepper. You think you can reach out to him? I would love to have him over here in the LLC. Is he on YouTube? Lyle Culpepper. Is he on YouTube? Oh, I would love to have him over here. Oh, he's so funny. Oh my God. Can y'all imagine Lyle Culpepper and Edie Marie as Candyland Biker Babe with Ami doing a mashup together? Oh my, we would laugh for hours. Y'all. It's one of those laughs where you're gonna pass out. Imagine Ami, Candyland Biker Babe 7000, and Lyle Culpepper doing a skit together. I want y'all to envision that in your heads. And let the idea of that just carry you through the rest of the week. May it give you joy and lots of laughs. On just the thought of those three characters coming together in one fantastic video. Oh my God, I would laugh for hours. Hey, Mama Sage, how you doing, honey? Mindy, you good? Listen, I'm so sorry if I missed anybody up in here. Colleen up in here. Y'all, waffles and bacon up in here. Am I missing somebody? SC Whipperpool. I can't wait. Oh my God. Yes, we got to look at the fair laws. Praise the Lord. Amen. Darcy up in here. I see you. Tiara, Thomas, how you doing? Y'all good? Shout out to all of you all. We're going to get it in tonight. I'm not going to keep you all too long. I just want y'all to laugh, smile, and have your day brightened up. All right. God is still good. And my godmother texted me yesterday, was like, I'm not going to say a former colleague, but it's another judge she knows here in Fulton County. My godmother's a federal judge. She was a federal judge. She retired last year. And there's another judge here in Georgia that got caught having whole relations in her chambers with the the Atlanta Police Department dude. Ew. I know April Chapman covered that. I text my godmom. I said, "Do you know her?" I sent her a video that was covered on another content creators channel called Pink Book Lessons. I said, "You know this judge?" Y'all, she sent one word with an emoji. She said, "Yes," sad face emoji. I was like, "Oh Lord, have mercy." Oh man. And she sent the sad face emoji with it. I said, "Oh Lord, have mercy." Yeah, I know. Nobody's happy with that judge. You up in there in your chambers getting it on with the police. What are you doing? And she has a lifetime appointment, right? So those types of positions, like my godmother was appointed. She was not elected. It was not by a vote or anything. She didn't have to campaign. She's federal. She was federal, so she was elected. I mean, appointed. I'm sorry. She was appointed. Those appointments are typically lifetime. Now, shall I have someone committing a crime, you're there until you retire or you die out. And that's pretty much that. My godmother retired last year. This judge is a federal judge as well. And of course, they taking it easy on her. And it's like, lady, you were up there banging it up in your chambers. What you mean? Oh, nope. Mm-mm. No. See, and this is why I can't. It's a lot of things I don't get involved with because of my mom, because of my connection to her. I don't go there because of that. And I know you listen to mom. Hi, mom. I love you. Maybe one day you'll spill the beans about this lady and tell us what you know. But either way, it just was getting it on in her chambers with a cop. And it's like, lady, if you were to get pulled over, okay, my godmother had to do rounds and stuff like that. Y'all, we'll check out the video next on that one because that's just crazy to me. But when she was on duty, and sometimes they would do two bi-weekly rotations where she's on duty, on call. So let's say there's a warrant that needs to be signed. She would have to sign it, even if it's like 2 a.m. or 7 a.m. or something like that. At one time, we had to pull over at a Publix, and she's surrounded by, Fulton County sheriffs just to sign a warrant. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm sitting in the car scared, petrified. And she's like, I gotta meet some sheriffs over here at the store in the parking lot. So they're in the rear of the parking lot. And she was surrounded by Fulton County sheriffs just to sign a warrant. I'm sitting in there. She's like, don't get out the car. And I'm like, wait, what? What kind of clandestine operation is this? Y'all, they had to physically surround her. It's like a formation. They had to surround her like to give her a protection shield. Just so she would read the warrant and had to sign it. That is the job that these federal judges have. And to know that you got this other one in her chambers during her lunch break, banging it up with a cop. What do you get your ass off this bitch? It was so embarrassing. My mom said that one word, yes, emojis, just smile, a frowny face. It was the sad emoji, the frowny face emoji. Y'all, it's crazy. So let's go over the Fair Act. Speaking of judges, go over a law right quick, and then we'll go over that video because my mind is blown. I can't make this up. So, FARA is a U.S. law requiring individuals or entities acting on behalf of foreign principals to publicly disclose their activities, relationships, and finances to ensure transparency regarding foreign influence. Candace, you're going to have to open the books. If you going over there talking about economic forms and all that other blah, 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 now we need to know about your finances because we need to know if Russia gave you money. See how that works, Candace? See, you trying to call that a family vacation will only get you so far. What it sounds like is some sort of quid pro quo. Hey, you come over, we give you room, we monitor you. George goes fishing, gets his merman, we say nothing, we give you money, you speak, and then tell us nuclear codes. Y'all know she over there being questioned. They probably got trackers on her dumb ass, and she wouldn't know what to do because Candace is not smart. You can only imagine what they're telling her, conditioning her to believe. She believes conspiracy theories. That's how stupid she is. The earth is flat. Oh, okay, well, sell your ass to the end of the planet and see if you fall off. You can't make this stuff up. But she's out here hanging out with Russian intel operatives. Like, Candace, they're going to interrogate you. She won't even have to be waterboarded because they just ask her some questions and she's just going to easily answer it. She's not going to say, no, I'm not betraying my country. And they're just going to sit down. She said, okay, I'll tell you everything. This is, oh, good God. Last person you want speaking at anything over there in Russia. Can't make this up. So, Candace, you got to disclose your activities, all relationships, and finances to the United States of America. And I hope they make your dumb ass do that if you're thinking about coming back. Because otherwise, what good are you again? Like, you could just stay over there. The Foreign Agents Registration Act was enacted in 1938 to counter foreign propaganda and ensure transparency in U.S. political and public affairs. Requires individuals or entities known as agents of foreign principals to register with the Department of Justice and disclose their relationship with foreign governments, organizations, or persons, as well as their activities, receipts, and expenditures. Candace, how much you spending over there on that hotel room? I'm just curious to know. Because unless they give you that bad boy for free, see, you crying about money for attorney's fees. Y'all remember that? Candace said, I need to sell t-shirts and hats. Buy my dumb ass merch so I can pay my attorneys because I keep getting sued. Now, all of a sudden, you can afford to go to Russia? Or was it free? Shout out to No Reply. We all seen the hotel she's staying in. Y'all think that hotel cheap? That hotel ain't cheap. That's where we are right now. So she actually is staying out there at one of these top tier hotels that probably cost like $10,000 a night. If she's not paying for that, what do you think she's giving them in return or in exchange for it? These are the questions that will be asked of her when she brings her happy ass back over here thinking, I just had the greatest vacay ever. Girl, we don't care where you go. We care what you're doing over there and what you're telling people. But if you hate the U.S. so much because you act like you can't stay in your own country, why don't you stay your ass over there? Candace, just stay over there. I don't give a damn to you over there. I don't want you to come back personally. I want you to stay over there. I know you're not smart enough to outwit a Russian intel operative that wants to ask you questions about, your days in the White House and tell them everything you know. Start with the setup. Like you're not smart enough to outwit that. So she would have to tell about her relationships, conversations she had. It's what do they call it? We need to debrief. They would have to debrief her behind coming back over here. And yes, they're gonna want to know if you're, taking money and all this other stuff. Because if you're acting on their interest on U.S. soil, Candace, that's a problem for you. That's a big ass problem for you. We don't have time for that, and we're not in the mood. The United States of America does not take kind to terrorism, whether it be foreign or domestic, or brats that want to sit here and throw a tantrum thinking that, we're just supposed to let her do what she wants. Go to Russia, spill the beans, and then come back and act as if she can't answer our questions at all. Are you kidding? Nope. We're not in the mood. We'll leave you over there. And if they detain you, Candace, we will not negotiate your release. And I will sit here and cover that for however long and laugh my ass off that you got caught and detained. Can't make this up. All right, so FARA does not prohibit lobbying or advocacy for foreign interests. Its primary goal is transparency. Because we're not allies of Russia. We don't care what they want us to do to make them happy. But you can imagine Candace doing everything she can over there to make them happy. We're not here for that. We don't owe them shit. So, foreign principle includes foreign governments, political parties, corporations, or individuals outside the U.S., as well as entities organized under foreign law or with the principal place of business abroad. Agent of a foreign principal, any person who acts at the order, request, or under the direction or control of a foreign principal, including lobbyists, consultants, or public relation firms. Did y'all remember when Candace said that she would take money from Assad? Yeah, because she would. Candace doesn't care. She would just take the money. And that's the thing. Because she has no boundaries on what she would be willing to do to take money, she would probably take money from Russia and then come back with a tracker in her bag because she's too stupid to know that they will do that. George going fishing all the time over there. No, he ain't. Get this. If George is fishing in Russia, they've already tracked him. They probably have something up his butt. One of those mermans probably put something up his butt. Oh, man. He caught some fish and ate something, and somehow that little red beam in his belly won't go away. Because they will do that if they need to. Candace, you're so stupid. Just stay your dumb ass over there, girl. Can't make this up. Who child? So I wanted to go over. Oh, we gotta go over this video. Yo, we gotta go over this video because it's so unbelievable. The one with this judge thing. Oh Lord, up at all. So that's fair, in a nutshell. Candace, you're not smart enough to outwit them. So if she gets questioned, y'all, that's it. She's gonna tell them whatever. They're probably listening in when you take a poop in the bathroom, George. George is not smart either. If he's over there fishing in Russia, they've been tracking him. And neither of those two thunkheads are smart enough to know how to maneuver around all of that. It's like, of all places to go fishing, you're going to Russia? Seriously? Why are y'all here again? Why does George want to be a citizen of the United States of America so bad again? Candace, why don't y'all go be citizens in Russia? I mean, seriously, you already said you would rather be Russian. I played the video of you saying that 6 months ago. 6 months ago, she said she would rather be Russian. As if she didn't know that she probably had an invite to go over there to this little, whatever they want to call this thing, 6 months ago. Do you all really think they planned that forum at the last minute? That forum had to be planned in advance by at least, guess what, 6 months. Because you got to give all these speakers the opportunity to put it on a calendar. You got to plan for it. And this is something, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that something they do every year over there? This so-called forum? This isn't a new forum. It's not something they doing for the first time, right? Y'all hit the like button. Why does he go so often? Exactly. Like, why would he go fishing in Russia often? Who does it? Unless you live there. People just don't arbitrarily go to Russia to go. I'm going to go fishing in Russia. I'll be back in 3 weeks. What do you do? Child. If he's just getting on a plane going fishing in Russia, who's watching the children? That means George not stunning the kids either. And Candace doesn't mind putting them in danger, taking them over there with her. Like they want to see cathedrals. Girl, they what? 6, 4, 2, 1. If you don't take them to a theme park, put them in a circus or something, let them go watch. She taking them to the ballet. Oh my God, the kids probably they're bored, went to sleep. They don't understand that stuff. That's not the indication of a family vacation. Now, granted, the kids could get used to going, but they're young. So for her to call that a vacation for the family while she speaks at all these different events and a forum, that was not planned at the last minute. Keep that in mind. That forum was not planned at the last minute. It was planned months in advance. And Candace said 6 months ago, I'm just going to go over to Russia. I would rather be Russian right now. I'm just going to go to Russia. She was already telling us what she was going to do 6 months ago. And I snipped it and made a whole little small video clip out of it. Because I don't like traitors to the United States of America. I don't like it, Candace. I don't like that. And you don't like our country. You born here, but you don't like it. Get your ass out. She was telling us 6 months ago, people, that she was going to go to Russia. She just, of course, not smart enough on how she says these things. Candace, you could have registered with far a lot 6 months ago. You knew you were going over there. This trip was not last minute. It was not like a all of a sudden thing. This is not a family vacation. For her to be on the list to speak at this forum, and it's not their first time hosting this type of event, they knew that they were going to be going over there for at least 6 months. Because guess what she would have to secure to go over there? Her visa. Unless the government of Russia is cool with just letting people just come over there without it, she would have had to get a visa. Anybody know when she applied for a visa in Russia? I'm sure it would line up for at least 6 months. Where's no reply? And Russia was sanctioned. Exactly. Russia was sanctioned. Those visas take time. Thank you, Mindy. So, y'all, she knew she was going over to Russia 6 months ago. They can expedite a request, but it still takes time. So 6 months ago, Candace essentially told us she was going to Russia. You know what? Just as a reminder, we're going to play that video. Oh, we are. And I did this for a reason. Because I want y'all to understand. Y'all see this? 6 months ago. She said this.
Was a big supporter of Patel.
This wasn't a joke. Now think about this now. In hindsight, she had to apply for a visa to go over there. This forum that she's speaking at is not last minute planned. They planned this stuff months in advance. This was her telling us she was going to go to Russia. And I caught it. Candace, I told you I see through you. You're an idiot. She was telling us in advance 6 months ago. My question is, Candace, why didn't you register? You're not releasing any financials to tell us that you don't have any conflict of interest or anything, that they bought you out, that somehow they are allowing George to go over there and go fishing for mermaids. We haven't seen your financials. Any relationships you want to divulge over there, Candace? You knew damn well you weren't going just for a family vacation. You have to secure your visa. And that forum was planned in advance. All these speaking engagements were planned months in advance. So you knew exactly what you were doing 6 months ago when you said this shit, Candace. You knew that. It's just your arrogance in this and saying that you would just rather be Russian than American. And we're just kind of like, okay, well, I don't feel bad by saying keep your dumb ass over there then and don't come back. I don't feel bad in that. She said this herself.
Had him on a show, really pushed for him to get the role that he is in, the director of the FBI. And he has just been terrible in this case. He just has been objectively, okay? Everything that we have seen coming out of this case makes entirely no sense, from the impassioned messages written by 20-year-old gay men, which don't exactly sound Gen Z, to this kind of ridiculous narrative that we can't see anything. We can't watch him drop down. There's cameras everywhere, but you can't show us anything. All of the holes that are still in this story. And I didn't think he could make matters worse.
Can't show you anything because it's related to an open federal investigation. You want back? Ooh, child.
Then over the weekend, really, guys, we are just not a serious nation. So I want you to know, after this tweet, I realized we are not a serious nation, and the empire is in its decline. I actually think I want to be Russian right now after what Kash Patel tweeted. Kash Patel made me want.
Candace, you knew you were going to Russia 6 months ago to go speak at these dumbass forums over there. Russia does not pay my bills. I owe them nothing. They're not an ally to the United States of America. And you saying this bullshit, you think I feel bad when I say that I hope they detain her ass and keep her? Do you all really think I should feel bad saying it? Hell no. I feel nothing by saying that, Candace, I hope you get detained. I hope they keep your dumb ass and George for many, many years to come. I hope they stop you from getting on a plane to come back. And you know you've been bugged. 6 months ago, she said this. 6 months ago. You know that girl had to been applying for a visa, booking events over there, speaking engagements, this forum, all this stuff, where they want you to believe she's talking about something that's economically based, when her dumb ass couldn't even keep Brexit afloat. What the hell did she have to teach anybody else about business? Parler Inc. was ran in the ground. They couldn't get Kanye West to even think twice about buying Parler Inc. from George Farmer because he's an idiot as well. George Farmer, your father is wealthy, not you. But you will never be broke either, because I don't think your dad will just let you and the 4 kids just kind of be broken despondent. But you couldn't run Parler Inc. Candace ran Brexit in the ground by almost $2 million, $1.72 million. We went over the tax filings. So why in the world would they look to Candace Owens to speak about anything regarding economics or finance? The hell? She can't tell you exactly what the hell happened with Brexit and why she chose to spend over $500,000 on security detail in one tax year. What can she possibly teach anybody about finance and economics again? Candace, we know you're not talking about that because you're an idiot. What's 4 times 5? Candace hasn't conquered simple mathematics. What are we talking about? But this heifer knew that she was going to be speaking at these engagements, at all these little shows, whatever TV programs or whatever it is over there. She knew months in advance. She applied for that visa months in advance. And she's telling us right here, 6 months ago in this video, that America sucks and she would rather be Russian. Bye, Felicia. That it is unpatriotic.
Serious nation, and the empire is in its decline. I actually think I want to be Russian right now after what Kash Patel tweeted. Kash Patel made me want to be Russian like tomorrow.
Get your ass out of here then. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye, you dumb heifer. Bye, you soulless miscreant from hell. Bye. Unpatriotic. Now, I said this when she started accusing the United States military of being in on this assassination of one civilian. The entire U.S. military is in on this one assassination of one civilian. I said then that it is unpatriotic. Yep. She's accused congressmen of being treasonous in the same video. And now she says she wants to go and be Russian. Take your ass over there and see what happens. Bye. You don't even have to go to Russia. Go back to the UK where your husband come from. Go to the UK. Why don't you and your husband and your 4 kids, y'all pack it up, sell the house, and go move to the UK? But little did we know, she was making plans to go to Russia for this specific reason. And now she wants to call it a family vacation. Candace, you're stupid. And I want you to know that. You're an idiot. Candace is an idiot. Hit the 4. All right, we can all agree to that. Candace, you thought you would get that past us here in the LLC? Hell no. Hell no. Who speaks this horrible about their own country because of Kosh Patel? So this one person makes you want to be Russian? Girl, bye, Felicia. Your dumbass don't even know that they're going to bug you the moment you get off that plane. You going to the ballet and all this other stuff, girl? They're watching your every move, you idiot. And watch how fast she comes back with the same cell phone, tablet, laptop, all that stuff that probably will have viruses on it. They'll be monitoring her bank accounts. You can't make this stuff up. Candace has no idea what a debriefing is. She doesn't know. She's a useful idiot. And that's exactly what she's going to be to Russia. While she sits here and thinks that she does not owe the United States of America any answers at all as to any financial interest that she might have. You ironically going over there to speak for a economic forum? Economics. We can't get past arithmetic with Candace. Candace, what's 4 times 8? I'll give you to the end of the week to answer that. You cannot use your fingers. 4 times 8, Candace. We're waiting. Can't make this up. This is crazy. She spoke at another forum. This girl doesn't know how to quit. She doesn't know how to quit. Y'all, she told us 6 months ago she was going over there. This was her way of doing it. 6 months ago. 6 months ago. So it's safe to say Candace doesn't give a damn. 6 months ago, she knew she was going over there. 6 months ago, she probably had applied for her visa. They had already scheduled this whole forum thing. She had these so-called shows lined up. And this was her way of trying to say, I'm going to Russia. Because she wanted to make it seem like she's so angry and mad at Kosh Patel. Girl, you didn't even need to bring him up. We're going to see you as a traitor either way, Candace. It does not change our perspective of you. You think that we're going to sit here and accuse you of taking money from Iran? For what? You're going to Russia, not Iran. I don't care. Candace, you're going to take money from any country that's willing to give it to you. It's just funny how you and your dumb cult members accuse everybody else of taking money from Israel. I'm still waiting on the $7,000, and Candace is still a moron. Chabu, I wouldn't have any problem showing an itemized expense list of what I did with $7,000 from Israel either. I spent it all in Universal Studios. We went to the state of Florida, me and my kids. We ate at these restaurants here, all the receipts. We stayed at this nice ass resort. Got a pool, resort, water park. Child, please. We lived it up. Took them school clothes shopping. You kidding me? And yet she goes to Russia and they don't want to ask her questions. She thinks that we're not going to want to know what type of financial interest she has over there. And George goes fishing there all the time. You know, for mermaids and bass and salmon. Oh, God. Candace, you're not fooling nobody, heifer. You're not fooling anybody. Oh, Ami got a new video. We're so in it. Yeah, so here's proof that she said 6 months ago she already showed us her allegiance, y'all. Candace already showed us her allegiance. She wanted to go to Russia, and she had to dog the U.S. to go to Russia and then to lie about it being a family vacation. No, heifer, you didn't. We don't care that you want to leave this country. I just don't want you to come back. Just stay your ass over there. She did all of this and even defied the so-called travel warnings and advisories of don't go over there because they might detain you on something. Candace, they might plant a little ounce of weed or something in your bag and then stop you at the airport, and then they'll lock your ass up, and then we will not feel bad about that. I would just sit back, laugh, and say, I told you so, and keep living. I'm going to tell you that right now. I will not feel bad at all. Not for Candace. I will only feel bad for the kids, especially if she tries to use the kids as pawns to get out. I have 4 kids. Please let me go. No. You knew that deal when you came. And George Farmer went fishing and caught a merman. Candace. You try to use those kids as baits, they should whoop your ass. Can't make this up. So let's go over to X, y'all. Let's go over to X. Let's see here. Hold on. She's trying. Oh, Ami. Mama love you. Oh, my good Lord. So Ryan did an update. Putin-directed media apparatus is going wild, producing propaganda from Candace Owens' Russia trip, which she lied about, see my quoted post. A Russian contact of mine shared screenshots showing the feeding frenzy. Woo! Hi, Candace. This is Russia One Television. My name is Elena. While you're in Moscow, are you available for a brief comment for the leading Russian TV channel and major political talk show 60 Minutes? We'll very much appreciate. Candace, you knew you were going to be doing this. Why are you trying to treat this as if it's all of a sudden shock and awe thing? Girl, we're not your cult members. They are stupid. We are not. 6 months ago, you said you would rather be Russian. So go be Russian. Just keep your little funky ass over there. That's all I'm saying. Go be Russian. Now she over here just going on a whole media tour. Candace. And they say they number 1 over there. Well, I'm the queen of YouTube. And that's it. There's no competition here. Oh my God. Candace, you're so stupid. Oh my goodness. I can't read any of that. All of that is in Russian, but it's a whole news feed. An American in Moscow exposed a long-standing Western conspiracy. Candace Owens, the very journalist who claims that Macron's wife is a man, arrived at St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. Candace, there's nothing about economics that you can teach anyone. Unless you're willing to break down the tax filings of Brexit, you can't teach anybody anything. And even with that, they will laugh at you for spending over $500,000 on any LLC related to security. You understand? They're going to be like, huh, you're so stupid. You spent so much money on security. Lady La Club was right. She's an idiot. And it's just so dumb. This is what they know you as. The person that calls Macron's wife a man and nothing more. And you're being sued for that. Candace, Russia's also calling you stupid as well. You're just not smart enough to know that. I mean, you can't make this up. Y'all see this? Now, let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. Y'all, we're going to read the whole thing. We're reading this whole thing. Candace is a whole traitor to the U.S. Candace, you're a traitor. Oh, you dumb alien. This is what she's known for. One of her 2 lawsuits for calling Brigitte Macron a man. She's being sued for that, and she's going to lose. I can't make this up. She started with a walk around Moscow and the ballet Cinderella at the Bolshoi. Here is what she writes about the capital. I am beginning to understand why talking heads, media commentators panic, scream, and lie about a Russian conspiracy when they learn that an American with a large audience is coming here, because she does this for views. Because that's all she can do is talk about how many views, how many bots, and how many cult members she has. And PR, something with PR, public relations and all. That's all Candace does this for. And the bots get mad and they get into a little frenzy and they get their panties in a bunch every time we repeat what they post up in my live stream chat. Candace does this for views and nothing more. And she has no problem reiterating that. She just believes somehow she's number one on Earth, and she's not. You're an alien that crash landed on our planet. But you are not number one podcaster in the world. Joe Rogan should be highly offended. What's the hell going on with him? Is he being a simp as well or what? Joe Rogan, have you given up your nutsack over to Candace? How does this go? Are you willing to just let her take the throne from you? I mean, you're not even going to fight hard for it or what? No competition? Oh, okay. While she lives it up and becomes a traitor to the United States of America and doesn't care that she's being tracked the whole time. Okay. Oh, boy, this is something else. It is like Plato's allegory of the cave. Candace, tell us about the allegory. As a matter of fact, Candace, who is Plato? The stuff like this coming from her, she didn't write this. Candace has no idea who Plato is. She probably cannot pronounce the word allegory. And she definitely cannot define it. Candace is too stupid to send this. Candace, who is Plato? You got to tell us who Plato is before you just start name dropping. You got to actually know who Plato is. And it's not Socrates. Those are two different people. So Candace, tell us who Plato is and define the word allegory of the cave. That's all she said about it. It's like Plato's allegory of the cave. She didn't expand on that. She just, threw up some euphemism and that was it. Candace, define the word euphemism. I am genuinely amazed at how clean, beautiful, and orderly this city is. It is so far from how it is portrayed in the media. It's so far because propaganda has failed. And Candace still can't tell us what's 4 times 8. What are we doing? Candace, you're an idiot. Yeah, she's an idiot. This is the same moron that does not know that she's being followed. She's talking about George goes fishing over there. No, the hell he doesn't. And if he does, trust and believe they're getting all the info they can out of him. And they have to have some blackmail on him. Yeah, we know what you did in that cabin, George. We know what you did last summer, George, in that cabin. Your fishing trip. Yeah, right. Don't make me show George with the bear. Yeah, come get these burly hairs. Get these burly hairs washed and cleaned. George, wash those burly hairs. You're meeting the planets. Putin is asking for you. Can't make this up. Yeah, she's over here talking about a cave of child. She don't know anything about it. Bugsy. Whether, if anything, Candace Owens is the one creating the fires in her cave for all her chained up mommy sleuths trying to keep distracted with shadow figures on the wall. It's got to be Slender Man in that cave. The Russian bears in there. That tiny horse she hates so much. Candace is too busy having dreams about Ben Shapiro, child. She got like that. That's all she think about. Her, him, and Charlie Kirk. Good grief. It's funny how Candace obsesses over every other man except her own husband. Yeah, he's not studying her either. George looks at Candace and says, "Who are you thinking about?" She's like, "Putin." He says, "Me too." Oh, Lord have mercy. Putin gonna whoop his ass, y'all. I hope y'all know that. He gonna whoop his ass. George, Putin don't like people like you. That's the reality of the situation. I'm just telling you what I know. He don't like people like you. You're going over there and playing footsies with the mermaids while you claim to have a wife and 4 kids. The child, I'm not sticking this in that. Candace, that yeast infection must be flared the hell up. She will not ever tell us who Plato is. So, this whole comment from her is about as smart as a slug. Candace, you're stupid. I mean, this girl is just, she's the worst. Was that all the photos in this? Yeah, we couldn't read that one because it was all Russian. Oh, Lord have mercy. And then we all know she's over here talking to this guy in this forum here. She tried to lie about it. Candace, it was planned 6 months in advance, for sure. I know, because you said it 6 months ago. You wanted to go. You just couldn't somehow grow a spine and say, I'm going. Candace, it would have been hard for you to just say, I'm going to Russia in 6 months. I know you all don't like it. That's why I'm just saying it now. Getting it out the way. Because imagine the difference that statement would make, as opposed to her saying, I would rather be Russian and our country is falling apart. No, versus saying, hey, I'm going to Russia in 6 months. And yes, I've applied for a visa. I'm going to be staying in a nice ass hotel suite. They're probably going to bug me in my devices. George has been fishing over there, playing out with the boys club. And, hopefully they don't detain me. And I want to come back. Like, that would have had headlines 6 months ago, the whole time. But no, Candace had to weaponize the assassination of Charlie Kirk for 6 months, remember? And now she wants to blame this whole trip on her hatred and disdain for Kash Patel, because he won't tell her things. Candace, why would you want the FBI to tell you about any evidence related to a murder investigation that is spearheaded by prosecutors in the state of Utah, not Russia? They're not investigating Charlie Kirk's assassination over there in Russia. So why do you want the FBI to tell you something? They don't owe you shit. But you're going to Russia because you're mad at Kash Patel and you would rather be Russian, according to your own words. Because you don't like how Kash Patel is handling something he's not even spearheading. They can aid and assist, but he's not spearheading it. And you're mad that, so that's enough fuel and venom for you to say, I would rather be Russian. Oh, okay, cool. Of all countries on earth, think about it. She probably would have said the same thing if she was, like having the same forum in Italy or in Spain. I would rather be, Spanish. I would rather go to Spain. As opposed to her being adult enough to say, I'm going to Russia, and I don't care how any of you think or feel about it. That way we could have told you 6 months ago, like I already said. I hope they keep your dumb ass over there and you don't come back. Because my thoughts and feelings would not have changed on it. So she knew she was going to be meeting these people and doing all this stuff. Peskov, Putin will deliver a substantial speech at the Spiev, where Candace is speaking. Oh, okay. Candace, he's going to break you down like a fraction. You're a useful idiot. Y'all, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. I saw this happening 6 months ago. Candace trying to read. Minnie tagged me in this. Let's watch.
Saying seems so wouldn't be on the brink of my seat.
I'm sorry.
The short and the thick of it.
Can you all see it here? Hit the 4. Let me know if y'all can see it in here. Candace knows going over there is child. Oh God. Can't make this up. I will now quote Plato to sound smart. Oh, Grim Princess. How you doing, Grim? How you doing, Jill? You doing all right? Welcome y'all in here. Bucksy, I see you. Ooh, child. All right, y'all can see it too. Funny. All right, let's take it back. Look at this old drunkard.
Wouldn't be on the brink of my seat. Look, the short and the thick of it is really thought that what you were saying seemed so.
Did you say the short and the thick of it? Candace, you're so stupid. You don't think y'all really think, boy, oh my God. Y'all really think the Russians will have a hard time debriefing her ass? Candace, it's not hard to brainwash you. All they have to say is, this is a conspiracy, but a good one. And then you're going to go for it. Yeah, the earth is flat. Candace, go sail to the end of the Atlantic Ocean. Let us know what happens when you get there. Yeah, girl.
Wouldn't be on the brink of my seat. Look, the short and the thick of it is really thought that what you were saying seemed so far outstretched, but now I'm realizing I guess you can just toss another coin in the I told you so jar.
You to what? What? No. What'd you say, Helper? Toss another coin? Did she say toss another coin? Oh man. See, we don't have closed captions over here, y'all. Oh man, this is something else. This is priceless.
Far outstretched, but now I'm realizing I guess you can just toss another coin in the I told you so jar.
She said toss another coin. Toin. Toin?
I told you so jar. That's nice. You can just toss another coin in the I told you so jar.
Cost another coin. Cost another coin. Candace, are you dyslexic? Can you just be honest about that one? Because obviously you are. All right, well, what does this mean? Did she say cost another coin? She flipped the letters around. Did y'all hear that? Candace, this is horrible. You need to read more books. Reading is practicing. Work on your speech and your vocabulary and all of that. You got to read books. You don't read books at all, girl.
I guess you can just toss another coin in the I told you so jar. That's nice that he has entered the foray. Alex Jones jumped into the foray. Since the decision very clearly had to have been made, we were left to assume that it had been made in the umpteenth hour. Constantly instilled in me.
What hour is that, Candace? The umpteenth hour. Is that past the 21st hour or what? What are we talking about? Y'all see, listen, this is why you don't let aliens get too comfortable on your planet. So on Candace's home planet, right? The umpteenth hour, obviously, it's like some sort of recognizable number. Here on Earth, it is not. She's sitting here trying to bring her stupid language to us. We're not in the mood, Candace. What is umpteenth hour? Tell us exactly what number that translates to according to our arithmetic here on Earth that we as human beings can understand and translate. We're not in the mood to learn Ewok. We're not in the mood. You're already over there in Russia getting bugged. What is umpteenth hour? It's got to be past the 24th.
That it had been made in the umpteenth hour. Constantly instilled in me. I don't, swing for the next team.
What?
These are the people who you need to stay away with. And since you've already completely exacerbated.
Candace, you're an idiot. Oh man, y'all, we got to get this alien off our planet. Candace is gonna single-handedly spark World War III somehow. Good God. And she wants us to be invaded with her ilk. Get out of here. You, Grimace, Yeasty, George, and his merman, get off of our planet. Get off of our planet, girl. What? Oh, no. Oh, it's like the English language is being flushed down a Russian toilet. This is ridiculous. Did somebody send this to Putin? It's like, this is what you're trying to put any credibility into. It just as an FYI. This idiot. Ask her, what's 4 times 8? Lady Luck Club is waiting for an answer.
Constantly instilled in me. I don't, swing for the next team.
Yeah,
these are the people who you need to stay away with.
Stay away with?
And since you've already completely exacerbated every effort to have a PR machine come after.
Yeah, it's exacerbated. It's eviscerated. It's exacerbated. Is that the exact exasperated? It be kick on the rated. I ain't beaconated. Egg and waffle nated. Oh, Candace, you're so stupid. Oh, she's such an idiot. What are we doing? She has a cult. Can you believe it? Can you all believe that this heifer has a cult? This dumb alien that crash landed on our planet, that admitted to not knowing the difference between the letter N and the number 9, that lies about having 2 degrees, crash landed on our planet and has the audacity to say that the earth is flat. Get off of our planet. Leave Earth. Good Lord. Candace, you understand what I have to do to regain the brain cells that I lose listening to you speak? Candace Owens, do you know what I have to do? I have to take those brain challenges. You're trying to test, your mental acuity. I know these are hard words you don't understand, Candace. I don't care if you don't know them or not. Yeah, those little brain challenges and stuff, or play something where it forces me to have to really think hard. Like puzzles that'll help. Sometimes I'll just play Tetris. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Sometimes I will just play Tetris just to try to figure out how to fit blocks into spaces. Because you got to give yourself a brain break after listening to Candace Owens say anything. But she can't tell us what's 4 times 8. The audacity. Candace, I'm insulted at the fact that you cannot answer simple multiplication problems. But yet you have the audacity to speak at a forum with the word economic in it in Russia, where they're bugging you. And when I mean bugging you, meaning they have you bugged. They're listening to everything you say. They're listening to you fart and burp. George and his merman in the closet. They're listening to all of that. Oh my God. Candace is so stupid. Oh, she's so stupid. Y'all, the only thing you can do is laugh at this heifer. That's all you can do is laugh at Candace. You cannot take her seriously, and somehow Russia is. It speaks volumes on Russia. Putin, if you taking Candace on seriously, something's wrong with you. I hope you see this video. She's an idiot. you want her to come over there and tell you things. God. Candace, you can't be this stupid on purpose. Like this is not accidental. Oh my God. Yeah, all right. Let's get back to it. Let me wreck some more brain. I realized I'm gonna have to just sacrifice, like, Candace, I'm only giving up 50 brain cells for the evening, okay? I have to work tomorrow. I'm not in the mood to lose more. 50 brain cells, and then I'm gonna get that right back when I get offline. Everybody needs to regain brain cells. Whatever you need to do to mentally challenge yourselves after this live stream is done, please do it. Okay? We cannot become dumber than her cult members or the bots. Okay? Hit the 4. If you guys promise me you will do something to mentally challenge yourselves after this live stream, hit the 4. And I better see everybody that is under the sound of my voice. Hit the 4. Hit the 4 if you promise to please mentally challenge yourselves after listening to Candace Owens. Do a crossword puzzle, play Tetris, do some multiplication problems by hand, whatever. Addition, subtraction, whatever. Division, fractions, that's always difficult. Hell, do some algebra. Solve for X. I mean, whatever you need to do. Read a book in another language. Whatever you need to do. Just give your brain a little mental challenge after you get through listening to Candace Owens. Promise me you all will do that. Hit the 4. Okay? I need to see 4s before we hit play again. Hit the 4. Whatever you all recommend. If you all recommend things for people, please drop it in the chat so we can all see what you all are doing to mentally challenge yourselves so that you can regain the brain cells we're losing by listening to her speak. Okay? Share the information. Don't be selfish. You can't make this up. Do you have to understand the language or just read it? Try your best to translate it. You got to challenge yourself, okay? So don't just read it. Try to translate and know exactly what you're reading. So if you got to look at the dictionary, go to Google Translate a couple times. Please do that. All right? Take it a little step further because Candace will make you go stupid. I mean, just flat out dumb mode. And we don't want that in the Lady Luck Club. We're sophisticated. We're constantly learning here. You can't agree. Candace, you're such an idiot. So I say I play Cryptogram. Is that a game? That sounds fun. Anything. I play some Dr. Mario. I play some Dr. Mario to spike. Whatever you need to do. Brain games are always criminal mind puzzles. There you go. Listen, solve for X. Whether that's math or murder mysteries, do what you need to do. But please promise me you will mentally challenge yourself after listening to Candace. Everybody can't go full stupid, okay? It's gonna make us all angry. All right, let's get back to this idiot.
Who you need to stay away with.
Uh-huh.
And since you've already completely exacerbated every effort to have a PR machine come after me, who are going to be shouting all sorts of questions like you. Were there tryouts? I don't know. I kind of want to know. Were there tryouts? Was it like curtain call? Did people line up in an auditorium? Well, it sure as heck seems that everything is so fake, and that is how it has felt from start to finish. Wouldn't be on the brink of my seat. Look, the short and the thick of it is really thought that what you were saying seemed so far outstretched, but now I'm realizing that I guess you can just toss another coin in the "I told you so" jar. That's nice that he has entered the fray. Alex Jones jumps into the fray. Since the decision very clearly had to have been made, we were left to assume that it had been made in the umpteenth hour. Constantly instilled in me, I don't, swing for the next team. These are the people who you need to stay away with. And since you've already completely exacerbated every effort to have a PR machine come after me, who are going to be shouting all sorts of questions like you. Were there tryouts? I don't know. I kind of want to know. Were there tryouts? Was it like curtain call? Did people line up in an auditorium? Well, it sure as heck seems that everything is so fake, and that is how it has felt from start to finish. Wouldn't be on.
All right, since the elephant man has left the room. Oh, dear God. Oh no, we gotta listen to Lyle.
Another embarrassment.
Hold on. We gotta listen to Lyle. Candace. Oh, child. You and the elephant man. Okay. This is the same idiot that does not know the freezing point of water. Okay. And to the candy ass cult members, I don't give a damn how any of you people feel. I just don't. When your cult leader cannot tell us the freezing point of water, I don't care how you people feel. Kick rocks, candy ass cult members. Kick rocks. You idiots are aiding in her stupidity. It's like a plague. It's infecting many, many people for no good reason. Yeah, she's in the thick of it all because she's a fickle creature. Can't make this up. This girl is so stupid. And to think that the candy asses want you to debate them over her. Why? I'm not debating you over an alien. We're trying to get rid of her. We want her off of our planet. I dare not stoop myself down to any low depths on this great earth to debate any moron over their cult leader named Candace Owens, an alien who can't speak English or tell me what's 4 times 8. Hell no. Y'all. Candace, this is why we laugh at you. So that we don't get pissed off. Just realizing how much influence you're having over, gimps and simps with no brains. You got a whole grown men giving up their spine and sacks for you. You're turning grown men into simps. John Mappin can still kiss our ass, and he's in the Epstein files. Are you going to ever question him about that? Candace, are you going to question John Mappin about that? If you guys haven't seen the little video clip, shout out to No Reply, of the little soundbite, somebody calling, asking about John Mappin being in the Epstein files, make sure you check that out. It's on the channel. It's like 1.5 minutes long. Candace, are you going to talk and have a sit-down interview with John Mappin and ask him about his relation to Jeffrey Epstein or what? I mean, you might as well just go ahead and join his cult. They believe in aliens that came down in volcanoes, okay? Somehow Thetans are inside of people. Like aliens, little alien babies that burst out through your chest. We got out to find the predator to kill them off.
Okay, Elon, just stick to the script. We can't afford another embarrassment like when you miscalculated your net worth by $30 million or when you banged your brother. So let's stick to the script.
The last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI.
No, sweetheart. What? World War II.
Oh, no. World War XI? Y'all, I missed the last 9 World Wars. Oh, man, did we win the 9 World Wars that I missed? Did we win? Oh, no. Candace, you and this girl can go hang out and have sweet tea together. Y'all should have a fish fry. All that fish George Farmer is catching over there in Russia. Why don't you tell him to clean it? You'll cook it up and invite this girl to dinner. Because you two have a lot in common. War 11. Y'all, I can't believe y'all didn't tell me 9 world wars have occurred. And I missed all of them. 9 of them. The first 2 I've read about. World War 3 through 11. How dare you all tell me that? Did y'all know? Did y'all know? Did y'all know we had World War 11? Oh, God. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry. Oh, hold on. Ooh. Oh Lord have mercy, Jesus. Oh my God. So she doesn't understand Roman numerals. Is that what she's trying to say? I'm surprised she didn't say capital I, capital I. Or LL. I mean, lowercase L, lowercase L. You gotta wonder, how is that typed? It may have the actual number 2, and she still said 11, but I'm sure it was Roman numeral I, capital I, capital I. Oh. Oh. See, his letters and alphabets. Did she attend our school system? Oh, Jesus Christ. You can't make this stuff up. Candace, when you get deported from Earth, take her with you. We're not doing this. She's putting 9 whole wars on us. And we had no idea these wars existed. 9 of them. We missed 9, y'all. Oh, good night, Francisca. You okay? Oh, okay. Good night. Somebody said Julian Fry. Good night. If y'all going to bed. Y'all, you got to imagine how this is written. Let me type that's how it was typed up. Ward or like that. Yeah. Y'all see this? That's how that probably was typed. And she got World War 11. Girl, how dare you put us in 9 more wars that we had no idea we were fighting? You really think this planet will still be standing the way it is, like the landscape of our country? Do you really think it would look the way it is if we had 9 whole world wars to occur? After World War II, bankrupted countries. You really think we could afford 9 more? You can't make this up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let me go back. Oh, this Lyle Culpepper. You are just absolutely amazing and fun. I want him in the Lady Luck Club. Let me know what he say. I'm going to reach out to him as well. I would love to have him here. Just, he needs to do a marathon or something, like a full 5-minute video of a compilation. That would be absolutely amazing.
This time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked. It was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War 11.
No, sweetheart, it's World War II. World War 11 has not happened yet. That's like 6 months away.
One of the most shameful chapters of American history.
Honest mistake. It's like bananas and rice, right? Okay, Elon, just stick.
I like bananas and rice. Everything's so sticky. Who knew World War II would be so difficult to read? Who knew? Y'all. Oh God. I can't. See, y'all promised me you will do anything to mentally challenge your brain, okay? Reading is fundamental. That's why we do it here in the Lady Luck Club. I can't take it. This guy. Lyle Culpepper, mama loves you. Oh my God, that's so funny. Milk Bar has a new video.
Like to be funded by Qatar. I absolutely am not funded by Qatar.
Yeah, because she lied about taking. I told you she would take. What did I say earlier? Mossad. I make Qatar. Whatever. She will take foreign money. If she wants to give me $7,000 and her cult members want me to have it, why shouldn't I just say, go ahead, give me the money? They're the ones accusing me of actually getting it. Yeah, go ahead. So I can go to Universal Studios and live stream it. I'll do a whole vlog. Don't make me go on a vacation and vlog it every day. Kidding me? That would not be an insult. Make this up. But Candace wants to be on TPUSA's payroll. Candace, if I get $7,000 and I take my kids out of town to Universal Studios for a week, I'm going to get a t-shirt made that says, this trip was funded by Candace's cult members. This whole trip was completely paid for by Candace Owens' cult. Thanks, candy asses. Oh man, it would be all of them because some of you guys have given me supers, and I got a couple cash apps I want to thank you all for. Let me say that right now before I forget. Hold on. Oh, I'm not trying to be scatterbrained. I just don't want to forget this because I always do. I got 2 cash apps I want to give a shout outs. Thank you, Jacqueline, for a cash app. I appreciate it. And oh man, Ginger Spice, did you send this cash app? Someone send me a $15 cash app. I don't want to say your real name, so let me know. It was sent to me on yesterday for $15. So thank you for the $15 cash app. And thank you, Jacqueline, for the $5 cash app. It went towards, she said, for super chat. Thank you so much, Adi. So unless you all's name is your channel name, I'm not going to say your real names. I won't, you guys tell me your channel tag. If you do send a cash app to Lady Luck Club LLC, is my cash app tag. If you do send a cash app there, just please make sure you put your channel name or channel handle in the subject line so that I can give you, a shout out properly and not say your actual real name. And make sure that I show my appreciation for those who are supporting us here in the LLC financially. I appreciate it. It's a blessing. It really is. So thank you so much for that. So I had to do that because I will forget. All right. Candace, come on, you tart head. Can't make this up. Shout out to Milk Bar TV, you all. He is awesome with this. I love his compilations as well. I told you all. Milk Bar, Ami, Lyle, those 3. Edie Marie. Yep. They dropped a new video. Edie drops the one of Candyland Biker Babe. Y'all know we're watching it. It's a given. All right, let's get to it.
I absolutely am not funded by Qatar. I'd like to be, by the way, Qatar, if you're watching. And I have very openly stated I would like to be funded by Qatar. Like, Qatar, if you are watching, please. I have no issues. They're not going to reverse psychology me. You come at me with $3 million, I'll read ads for Qatar. Go Qatar, whatever. I don't know. Use a Qatar train. I don't know.
Huh? Candace, if they give you $3 million, you have to do more than read ads. Do you understand what you would have to give them for that? And they don't want your yeast infection. Candace, Qatar does not want your yeast infection at all. It's like, oh no. She smells like sourdough. Oh God. And horrible cabbage. Candace, they don't want that. So if you get $3 million from Qatar, they want intel. They could care less about your yeast infected booty. They don't want it. No thanks. No, you're going to have to give them information that they can utilize that would be of use to them. You and Grimace Yeasty will serve them no purpose. Just like with George Farmer. I'm not sticking this and that. Oh man, Candace, you can kiss my ass. Over there being a traitor to the U.S. Oh. So now Now, $3 million. Now they want you to give up everything you know. So last time you went to White House, tell us what you saw in the Red Room. Everything. Have a receipt. You want water? We'll give you water. Like, girl, you talking about ass. This is how stupid she is. She really thinks that they will give her $3 million just to read ads. Hell no. No. They want you to be a useful idiot, Candace. They want you to give up all of our country's secrets. And because you're so stupid, you probably would. Just like Russia. I mean, you think they would really have a hard time getting this information out of her? Candace, they have you tagged and bugged over there. Your room is bugged. The cameras and everything everywhere. Can't make this stop. And she took the kids over there to a hotel room where everything is bugged. Go figure. So they can know how your kids look because you're so stupid.
They're not going to like reverse psychology me. You come at me with $3 million. I'll read ads for guitar. Oh, guitar.
Candace, do you really think it would be hard for somebody to reverse psychology you? All they have to say is, we have the latest scoop on a conspiracy. Would you like to know it? Turns out the earth is actually a triangle. It's not flat. It's a triangle. It's got more of a 3D pyramidal shape. Yeah, there are 3 points. They all lead back to Bethlehem. Candace would just go wild with that. It is the star of Bethlehem. Behold the star. Behold the star up yonder. Candace is an idiot. All they have to do is say something and then say it's a conspiracy. And she'll go straight for it. It would not be hard to reverse anything on her. A donkey, psychology, a jackass, George, a fish, Yeasty. Anything can be reversed on Candace. She's an idiot. A midget horse. A merman. Candace, they could get a merman reversed on you. What do you mean? You can't make this up. Good grief. You got roaches smarter than Candace. They at least understand their function in life. Candace has no idea why she's here on our planet. Ugh. She's talking about they can't reverse psychology on me. I'm sorry. Try again. Candace, the fact that you are sitting here spewing out conspiracies about an assassination that we can all see in a video that occurred on national television in front of at least 2,000 people is more than enough proof we need to know that anybody can reverse psychology on you. No, I don't want to believe any evidence in a video that I can just see for myself. Nope. I'm just going to say that he didn't do it. Someone did. And you all need to tell me who. Oh, you said it's Tyler Robinson? Oh, okay. No, I don't believe that. They kick rocks. She's asking us to tell her who did it. And then when we say Tyler Robinson did it, well, no, I don't believe that. Well, then we don't give a damn. There you go. To the candy asses and to Candace, we don't give a damn. Stop asking us who did it. Stop asking the FBI to give you information. The answer is not going to change. See, that's one thing we have been, is consistent. And Candace has consistently denied the actual evidence. It's like a petulant child throwing a tantrum, asking us, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And then each time it asks the question, you say no, no, no. But yet they keep asking just to get on your nerves, not because they believe that we're not there yet. The answer is not satisfactory. They get more satisfaction in seeing you get agitated at being asked the same repetitive question over and over again than they do with you just saying, no, we're not there yet. And then they trust you with that. Since Candace wants to sit here and pretend like she can't trust anything and anyone, And she's too lazy to do any research her damn self and tell us who she thinks pulled the trigger. She's that 2-year-old in the back of the car asking, are we there yet? And every time we say no, she still asks because she doesn't want to believe we're not there yet. No, we're not there yet. I don't believe you. Okay, well, close your eyes. I mean, we're still driving. What do you want? Clearly, we're not anywhere yet. We're still traveling on the highway. You see the moo cows over there? Candace, go say moo. Cow goes moo, Candace. Cow goes moo. But doesn't want to believe we're not there yet. So, okay, we're not there yet, wherever there is. Then what do you want us to tell you? The answer is still no. No matter how many times you ask. The answer is still no, you dumbass. Who killed Charlie Kirk? Tyler Robinson. Who killed Charlie Kirk? Tyler Robinson. Well, we're still trying to find out who did this. Tyler Robinson. Well, I don't believe it. We don't give a damn. Tyler Robinson did it. The end. We don't care if you believe it, Candace. This is the same idiot that thinks that reverse psychology would not work on her from any operative or intel specialist from any other country. And then she thinks that the FBI is supposed to be at her beckoning call. Says who? Bitch, please. No, we owe you nothing, heifer. What we're trying to do is give you a free ride out of our country and off of our planet, you alien. We want you to Brexit your ass off of Earth. We don't mind helping you do that, but you got to go. But no. She's the petulant child still acting. Who killed Charlie Kirk? Tyler Robinson. Well, who killed him? Tyler Robinson. All right, so you're not going to do any research to find out anything any differently yourself? Then stop asking me. Stop being lazy, and then you go find out. Then you come back and tell me. That was what she was supposed to be doing. And somehow, she thinks Qatar would not be able to outsmart her. This same idiot that keeps asking the same question for 8 months straight thinks that she can outwit and outmaneuver and outsmart Qatar for $3 million. I want y'all to ponder on that for a minute. Ponder on that for a minute. Candace thinks she can outwit and outsmart Qatar for $3 million by just reading some ads while she's still asking us who killed Charlie Kirk. Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson. He's in a video. There is evidence. Tyler Robinson. Tyler James Robinson. Oh, I don't believe any of that. Well, then you don't belong here. We don't care. You're an alien. We owe you nothing. You dingus. We owe you nothing. What do we look like justifying anything to an alien? Girl.
Please, I have no issues. They're not going to reverse psychology me. You come at me with $3 million.
They're not going to reverse psychology me when you can't barely speak English. They can do a lot of things to you. Candace, all they have to say is onomatopoeia. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's exactly what they're going to say. That's the buzzword. And she will not know what that means. And it's straight out English. She will say, wait, super what? What does that mean? By that point, they will put a dart in her neck and knock her the hell out. That's going to be the code word. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. The next thing you know, she'll be knocked out. And then she'll be telling them everything she knows, talking about, they gave me truth serum. I didn't have a choice. It was a dart in my neck.
I'll read ads for guitar. Oh, guitar, whatever. So I don't know. Use a Qatar train. I don't know. Qataris own all of London. I would love to stay at one of their hotels. I have no issues with that. We're not funded by Qatar. I'm trying to be. I absolutely am not funded by Qatar. Use a Qatar train. I don't know. Qataris own all of London.
What did she just say? Music Qatar train? Like a guitar? Guitar? A guitar? Candace, is not Qatar. The fuck is wrong with this stupid ass girl?
Qataris own all of London.
Does Qatar own? Oh God, she said Qatar owns all of London. See, Candace, this is why we have to do mental games to help replenish our IQ. Because you are definitely losing brain cells listening to this dumbass alien from outer space. Let's be reminded, Candace does not belong here on Earth. She's not human.
I would love to stay at one of their hotels. I have no issues with that. We're not funded by Qatar. I'm trying to be. I absolutely am not funded by Qatar.
Who this?
We're not funded by Qatar. I'm trying to be.
Who this?
I absolutely am not funded by Qatar.
Hold on.
I have no issues with that. We're not funded by Qatar.
Who that? Why them shorts are so short on him? Who is that? She said, she was right about London. They own all of them. Oppo, who this woman? Oh, that's Ian Carroll. Why do I keep thinking he's... Oh my God. Why do I keep thinking that's a woman? I was about to say Hoppo. I'm about to keep asking Hoppo, who this woman? Who this woman, Hoppo? Why you got them little shorts on? What's wrong with him? Please tell me he is not married. Oh, is he gay, Sifa? George, Ian Carroll might be right up your alley, literally. Candace, is there a reason why you keep George's boo thing around like this? Girl, you ought to feel so stupid letting your husband's boyfriend sit on your show like this. Was he like up in the room and he just came down? You had to yell upstairs, George, tell Ian it's showtime and tell him to put some clothes on. Y'all better not walk out that room naked. We got the kids. Oh my God. He got on these booty shorts. Y'all, you can't make this up. Hey, Patricia, I see you. He lived with them for 3 to 5 months. Oh yeah, George definitely got in on it. Yeah, he shared some nights with George Farmer. Ian Carroll, you can kiss my ass. Don't nobody give a damn about you, boy. You walk around with these booty shorts on. She's got kids in that house. What is wrong with you, Ian Carroll? You dress like that. I already get it confused that you're a man. Why make it worse by wearing booty shorts? Can we get a photo with Ian Carroll in booty shorts? What a badonk dog. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up. I can't believe he lived in that house. Did he dress like that around the kids all the time? Rick said houseboy. Y'all, he got that 4 kids in that house. There are 4 kids in that house. Milo lived there too? Oh, Lord. Y'all, all the boys club lived at Candace's house. And she gets mad when people say we know George's Farmer's gay. Oh, because everything is fake and gay, Candace. We're just using your words against you, you dumb alien. And you really think that Russia will let George Farmer go fishing over there all the time? Girl, bye, Felicia. You can't make this up. So Milo and Ian Carroll, who looks like a female, oh, Lord, stayed up in that house with 4 kids, and that's how he dressed. But yet she would have a problem if it was a beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl walking around in a miniskirt. And she actually thinks that George would go for that. I don't think it would be George we would have to be worried about on that one. Candace might just walk up to that girl, grab her by the ass. Candace, that's going based on a photo of you actually grabbing a woman by the ass. A whole handful of butt. Full palm and everything. Just gross. You can't make this up. Oh, Lord have mercy. He said Ian is distancing himself from Candace and George now. Really? Oh, Ian. No, you ain't gonna be able to get away on that one too easily, buddy. Nope.
Trying.
Hold on, I was trying to see if the line would go away. Y'all, look how high these shorts are. They're mid-thigh. How tall is this dude? His hair looks all rugged, like he didn't wash his face all good. Probably barely brushed his teeth. Hopefully he had a shower. This is not how you dress around the house. And there are 3 little boys in that house. Don't she have 3 sons? They're small kids. They all homeschooled allegedly, so they're not going anywhere. And you let Milo and this dude stay in your house, Candace, around your 3 sons. And your daughter. I mean, this is unbelievable. Candace, you are horrible. You know that? You don't bring everybody around your kids, especially grown men. Whether they like other men or not is irrelevant. They're still men. You got 3 little boys. This is how he dressed in her house. Right now, you got to put your ass some pants on. What you doing? Don't walk around my sons like this. That is not how we do. You and the devil are a liar. Get out my house. George, boys club is muddying up the pool room. Y'all get your asses out my house. Are you kidding me? God. Candace, this is the price you pay for being in a lavender marriage. They just want George. Exactly, Betty. You can't make this up. Candace, oh God, Candace, you got 4 kids in that house. And this men dressing like this. Boy, this is something else. This is priceless. This is priceless. Swoosh, swoosh. Oh, Moki, I'm not changing, honey. Oh no. Candace and her dumb cohorts don't run this platform. Candace, you and the devil are a liar. Child, boo. You run nothing over here. Your cult members aren't smart enough to keep up with my terminology either way. They probably have no idea what I'm saying half the time. They need a dummy down translator. Eviscerated. Lego my ego. You know, you got to speak the language of the Ewoks. I'm not doing it. So I don't let the cult members come up. Y'all imagine me in a debate with a cult member? Hell no. You're not going to dumb down my platform. Child boo. George is attractive. Well, you know, no one say he's ugly. He just don't like women. Child. But I wouldn't let another man around my kids, especially when I have boys. And this is how they're dressing. Like that, I don't want my kids to like see all that. They don't need to be seeing a man dressed like this with his half thigh showing. Their dad is one thing, but this dude is irrelevant. That's not their father, uncle, or anybody. Get out of my house. You dressing like this? All them shorts are high as hell. Got on with these booty shorts. And she got small children now. Candace, this is why these kids need to go to school. They need to get out the house and be socialized around other children for at least 6 hours of the day. You're stupid. You and George should not be the only 2 people they see the majority of the day along with their siblings. They need to be around other kids. Not you and boys club living up in that house. Does George still live there? Candace, is George still living there or what? How's this going? Are y'all splitting up the week with the kids? What are you doing? I can't imagine how he would be still married to her. And she's about to cost them millions of dollars in lawsuits. Just can't make this up. I ain't no reply. How you doing, honey? She did let Hunter Biden in her house, and that's far worse. That's what I'm saying. She letting all these people come in her home. My grandmother raised me to believe, y'all. You got to be careful who you let into your home. They bring whatever they have on them, whatever evil spirits, you know, whatever they got on them, they bring that into your atmosphere. And they disrupt your atmosphere. Be careful who you let people in your life and around your children and in your home. That is your sanctity. When you go to work, come home, you want to be at peace. If the dog can't stop barking, the cat's peeing everywhere, kids acting up, you and your spouse fighting and arguing all the time, you might have to pray and ask God to help cleanse the environment. It might be something lingering up in there because you didn't let somebody come up in there and they done left some evil stuff up in your atmosphere. Demons are real. Candace is one of them. Can't make this up. Everybody's not meant to be in your inner circle. And Candace is too stupid to just say that because she's all about, well, this is bad PR if I don't be as controversial as possible. Her going to Russia is about as controversial as it gets. And traitorous. Candace, stay over there. I wanted to go to, before we go to Ami, because we're going to end on Ami. We're going to end on him. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Jesus. Can't make this up. I did want to check out a little bit of Gary with Paramount Tactical and the episode he did with Joshua Carr today. Let me go back over to YouTube because it was some great dialogue. Joshua Carr is absolutely sweet and adorable. And we enjoyed him being over here in the Lady Luck Club. Absolutely honored by that. So I wanted to check out a little bit of the episode with them kind of discussing her being there. And, Candace is not hard to influence. I mean, like I said, all you got to do is tell her, well, we got a new conspiracy theory for you. You're going to love this one, Candace. It's about to Erica Cook. And then they can say whatever else and she'll believe it. That's how gullible Candace is. She's not smart. She's just money hungry. So she's willing to do any and everything it takes to get attention and money. This is all PR, it's all for views, click subs, likes, whatever it takes to get her more money. But yet, her cult members aren't smart enough to realize she doesn't need them rent money and mortgage money to pay her attorney's fees when her dumbass can go to Russia for a whole week and call that a family vacay. And she just came from Italy, another country. So she can afford to do all this expensive ass traveling and stuff. And yet she wants them to buy her t-shirts to pay her attorney's fees. You think she would have just called Russia and said, listen, I can't come over there because I can't afford it. I got to pay for all these attorneys. I got 2 lawsuits sitting in my lap. I've got court coming up on June 22nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not Utah time. And the Lady Luck Club will not leave me alone about it. So I got to go to court. I can't afford it. You think she would have just told them if she was broke as hell? No. And even if they paid for it, I was like, listen, instead of y'all paying for me to come over there, won't y'all just give me the money? So I can pay my attorney's fees, because I really need to take care of that first. All those billable hours is something else. She's showing us her priorities, and she could care less about these lawsuits that she knows she's going to lose. That's why she's not sitting here putting any time and energy in trying to prepare for anything regarding these lawsuits. More than likely, she's going to try to give a settlement offer to negotiate and settle out of court. You really think she wants us to see her financials at this point, knowing that she went to Russia willingly and had planned that trip for at least 6 months? Because if they gave her money, that would show up somewhere. She got a bank account somewhere where they sent some money. They gave her something in exchange for her coming over there, doing this whole media tour. And guess what, Candace? All that discovery, all your financials, your revenue you've earned and generated, yep, can definitely be pierced in a lawsuit. You're not going to want us to know that. You don't even want us to see the photos of your lawsuit you filed against a property management company. She certainly does not want us to know if Russia gave her money. So she's going to try to settle. Plus, Candace is a coward. She doesn't want to go to court. But let's get into this. Shout out to Gary, the Paramount Tactical, and Joshua Carr. Yeah, I was so excited. I was looking forward to this. We're going to get a little of this in It's not gonna be all night. It's 9:30. I thank you all so much for tuning in. Right quick. Thank you so much, Juju. Shout out to Mamaj for gifting the LLC membership. So if you received the membership tonight, make sure you thank Juju for it. I am so excited about tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We will have Ami Kozak with us. So that's why we got to end it on Ami. Plus, Mama loves Ami. I love it. Oh, we got a photo. Dude, Candace. If it's Ian Carroll in the booty shorts. Oh, Candace. Oh, these are real photos. Uh-oh. Hold on. No reply. I got your email. Ooh, real reason for this vacation, Candace. We got another thumbnail. Oh, C4, you are on fire. All right, y'all. We got some photos to check out before the live ends. Fishing and grifting in Russia. Yeah, there's people going in on your clown ass. All right, y'all, let's get to this. Hit the phone where you can see it in here. Let's go.
Somehow they personally feel attacked, or if you're attacking her, they personally feel attacked. And so they feel like in order to combat you, they have to dox you. They have to, threaten you with violence. I agree with you. I mean, it's truly shocking the amount of DMs that I get. I can only imagine what you're getting as well.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, I regularly get death threats. I regularly get those death insinuations. I regularly get my family brought into this. And again, for years and years and years, I've talked against the left. I've had kind of, I don't know. I've dealt with Antifa and things like that. I never personally received anything like the treatment that I've gotten from the candy cult, from that side of it. And of course, I know other people have different experiences, and basically what I'm talking about is essentially a anecdote to what's going on out there. But let's go back to like where this started specifically with Candace for you, because I was kind of doing my own investigation. I had no idea what was happening with Candace Owens, and then it was brought to my attention. And I'll tell you, Natalie Jean Beisner was early on this. I wasn't paying attention to Candace. As a matter of fact, I still had positive. Like the last time I'd even looked at anything Candace was doing was back when she was still sane and at the Daily Wire and still pushing conservative principles. So I didn't know anything about what Candace was doing, and I saw a post on Instagram, I think either late October, maybe it was early November, and she said something about Candace, and I was like, I knew who Natalie was, but I was like, this is just another person in the conservative world being jealous of somebody's success. I was like, before I say anything, I'm going to go research this episode. And when I watched that episode and I saw the tactics being used and what was being said, coming from a special operations and understanding what information operations is and how well engineered it was to be compelling and influential in that, in the different, again, just the different tactics that were being used intentionally, the intentionality of what was being done in there, I was shocked. And that's what brought my attention. And I knew, like, hey, this is a real threat. And I understood it's not just about attacking Charlie Kirk, his legacy, Erica Kirk, TPUSA. This has much broader and now geopolitical implications into this and what it's doing for our country. So, that was kind of where I saw what was going on. And I knew it would not be beneficial to me. At the time, I was getting probably 3,000 to 4,000 new subscribers. When I launched my first video for Candace Owens, I thought for sure I was going to lose 150,000 subscribers. I was at like 285,000 subscribers December 6th when I made my first Candace video. And I've basically been stuck there ever since. I lose some, I gain some. We're at like 286,000 subscribers, 6 months later. I don't care. I don't care if I lose all the subscribers. It doesn't matter to me. But what brought the urgency to you, and also you had to know that you were getting into this and it was not going to necessarily be beneficial to you as well?
Yeah, I was very concerned about that. To be honest with you, my channel wasn't doing super well at the time. So from a business perspective, I just was like, well, I might as well do something truthful because nothing's going well anyway. But I really got into it because I live right next to UVU where Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I live 3 minutes away.
Oh, wow.
I have literally hundreds of people I know that were at the event that go to UVU. And when the news came in that it happened, I thought, well, wow, obviously horrible, but this is going to be a really strong unifying for the conservative movement to come together. And I was actually in St. George the day that that Tyler Robinson was brought in. So it's very close to me. And so to see her lie about things in Provo and Orem is where things really began for me, where I saw people saying things about the Egyptian plains, for example, or when I saw things said about people that I knew personally in my community that just were not true. It really made me pause. And I think that was in late October, the Egyptian plains started being talked about. There were some other people in Orem area that I knew of that Candace Owens was talking about. And it's one thing to kind of through the internet find out, oh, what Candace Owens is saying is not true. But it's another thing to see it in person, to literally know the geography and I've been to UVU many times. I know exactly the layout. I know where Tyler Robinson was. I know where Charlie Kirk was. And for Candace Owens to get all of these details completely wrong was just so shocking to me. That's where it kind of began. And I haven't been very early on a lot of political things, but that's the one thing I'm very proud of. I was very early. I did not see anyone else talking about it. I'm sure there were some people talking about it, but in terms of large podcasters, I did not know anyone else who was talking about this. And so I was trying to come at it from a perspective of being in Orem. Of course, there was a lot of, beehive cult talk, which also was shocking to me and made me, want to speak out against it even more. But I kind of made that decision right there that I knew for a fact Candace Owens knew she was lying, and I was going to defend the people that she was lying about. On a personal note as well, my mom is a widow, and so I've always been, protective of widows, and I know what happens to children whose parents die. And seeing her do that to Erica Kirk made me incredibly emotional and passionate about exposing Candace in a way that I haven't really felt about other political issues.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, I too, I ended up going there, and I'll tell you, I thought that was so important. I was like, if I'm going to investigate this thing, I need to go there and actually see some truth on the ground. And you're right. It just clarified everything for me. It just, I still didn't know at the time if, we were getting some sort of false narrative from the government. I was looking, they had released the charging documents. I constantly heard different things being said around that I didn't have answers to. Like one of them, it was kind of a weird one, was like, hey, this video where he's jumping off the roof. This video is definitely AI because you see this person disappear behind a tree. And I was like, wow, that is weird. That's pretty compelling. And then I went there and I saw what actually happened and I recreated that. It's like, oh, this was not as weird as there's a reasonable explanation for it. And then the other thing that Candace kept pushing that really, and we always heard, or at least I kept hearing on the internet at early days of this, was how did he get on the roof? And I had that same question. I heard that he had to have a key card. I literally heard people saying, I've talked to people, faculty at UVU, and there is no way to get on that roof. And then I go there, I walk up those stairs, and I see that you just step over the railing. And then I have, we contrast that with Candace Owens still saying, what do you expect us to believe? That he was Spider-Man scaling the roof like Spider-Man? Like she was always pushing that. And she's never showed anybody that. She's never went to UVU. And then I also thought it was extremely telling when the charging documents were released. This was one of the first episodes I went back to, how she took talking bullet points from the charging documents, but didn't actually read the charging documents to her fans, to her viewers. The amount of information that she omits intentionally to preserve the narrative that she's trying to push is so obvious and so deceptive. And it's wild to not see even her viewers hold her accountable for any of it.
Well, one of the craziest parts about this too is when you're dealing with real people and those people are falsely accused, there's something in us, in humans, where You just want to prove your innocence so bad.
Yeah.
And so I actually had people reaching out to me, giving me information they probably shouldn't have given me, like birth certificates and passports, just to prove to me that they weren't a foreign agent like Candace Owens had said, for example. And so if they're willing to do that for me, I'm willing to bet they did it for Candace as well. And so Candace knew for a fact some of these people, and by the way, these were like civilians. These aren't personalities. If Candace Owens tries to defame us, we're going to have to prove malice. But for all these other people, all they have to do is prove negligence because they're just normal people. And they sent, I know for a fact, some of these people sent birth certificates to Candace Owens to prove they're not foreign agents like she claimed. And like you said, she completely omitted that from her episodes. And so there's just no other way to look at it other than she's pushing a certain narrative to make money. She has no allegiance to the truth whatsoever.
Yeah, and we saw that. I think that was especially clear. It should be clear to everybody when I don't know if you watched her X space when she was responding to the whole Fort Huachuca, when there was a lot of people even on her side kind of trying to take her to task on the whole Fort Huachuca debacle. But she comes out and admits on that after that December 18th interview with Mitch Snow, that at her December 15th meeting with Erica Kirk brought up the fact, like, hey, I know you're basically accusing Brian Harpole. Here's Brian Harpole's itinerary. Here's all of his flight information. And she never brought that up. She never provided that exculpatory information. It wasn't like, hey, you know what? I know what Mitch is saying over here and I believe him. I'm just going to tell you that Erica Kirk gave me contrary evidence, but I don't believe it. You can even say, I don't believe this, but she didn't even tell anyone.
Right. And this is
at all.
This is why I say that between Candace and some of her most intense cult followers, there's just no point in arguing with them at this point. Early on, I had kind of a similar attitude to that, which was like, no, but Candace, look at this, look at this. It wasn't until maybe December-ish, January, I realized, oh, wow, this is not mistakes being made. This is a coordinated effort. And of course, you can look at how her views and her revenue has changed over time. She is making so much money off of this. And she realized that early on, and she's continuing it to this day.
Well, you did a pretty detailed analysis of that. What was your final conclusion? I know this was a couple of weeks ago, but it was more money than I had realized for sure.
Yeah, she makes about $300,000 a day, like per episode. Wow. And she's able to do that through mostly mid-roll host-read ads, which is how most podcasters make a lot of money. And you can see over time that her views, they really actually were struggling quite a bit before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Then she starts talking about it a little bit. It goes up. Then it really spikes up. And then there's actually a time where you can almost see that her audience maybe got a little bit tired. If you look at her YouTube postings, she actually did a couple episodes where she didn't talk about Erica Kirk. And so it's like, oh, interesting. And then I think it was February, just a massive spike up where she starts talking about Erica Kirk again. So you can see the calculus in her mind. But overall, between about a 6-month period, maybe a little longer than 6 months, she can make about $58 million doing this. And I have spoken to a lot of people. Those were my estimates. I don't want to go too much into this because this is a personal conversation I had, but I can say I had an interview with Jeremy Boring, who obviously knows media, probably conservative media, probably better than anyone, and knows Candace Owens' numbers very well. And he looked at me right in the eye, him and his producer, and said, you were dead on the revenue that Candace Owens has pulled in. No one else has even been close, and she will continue to do this for as long as she can. And I'm a personal believer. I think people get what they want for the most part. I think that, as Christ said, they have their reward. So I think Candace is going to keep doing this. I think she's going to keep being fabulously rich doing it. I don't know if she's going to get a reckoning. I think the defamation suits will come in, but I think she'll out-earn what she's going to have to pay out on them. And that's why I say, let's convince who we can. But for those that we can't, they're going to keep funding a witch, frankly. Yeah. And that's her reward.
No, like you said, there is no convincing the vast majority of her followers. Like what we're out there doing is talking to the reasonable left among us, and also making people that haven't been exposed to her lies immune to her lies, or at least aware going into it with a just not like ready to buy into everything that she says, and also to keep people from getting sucked into that. I think that's really important, and just it's always important to produce the counter narrative to lies, and that is the truth. I mean,
Yes.
it's just principally, like, if no one else was listening, if no one else was, if I had one person on this live stream right now, it's just me, you, and I don't know, Tom Smith over here. Like, I think it would be important for us to lay this out, because truth is important. We cannot have and I know we're a constitutional republic, but it's based on democracy. Like, that's our election system. We can't make good decisions with bad information. And that's what they want. And this is so much deeper than just the Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk saga. This goes into undermining the very fabric of our society, the fabric of our justice system. The political implications of this are completely insane. I think it's very obvious at this point, and it would be. Like, I don't care. Before she actually went to Russia, which is pretty wild to watch. All you got to do is take a look at what Candace Owens is doing. And you can throw in any other podcaster with a similar message that is subversive to the Trump administration. There are so many different foreign adversaries, and of course the political adversaries like the George Soros types, that would look at that, analyze it, and say, hey, look, we have a real opportunity here to exploit this and to undermine the Trump administration, so what we're not dealing with Trump or MAGA in the future. And trust me, folks, Iran, China, Russia, these people do not want the Trump administration. What they want to implement is BRICS, and we may talk a little bit about that. And now this thing has turned into, and they're going to fund bots, sock puppet accounts. They're going to fund influence campaigns that push her, and she's going to make money off of that. It doesn't need direct, collusion or conspiracy. She doesn't need to be talking directly to someone in the Kremlin. Like, she is going to be incentivized to continue to push what they're helping boost, which makes her more money. And just like you said, if you sit there, like you and I had a video and it's like, hey, this is something we believe in, and it does really well, we're probably going to talk about that some more. So what's insidious about this is that it looks organic. It feels organic. But I think once you start looking at the comments, you start looking at what else is going on, and just a little bit of common sense applied to the geopolitical atmosphere, it becomes really obvious of what's happening with the influence operations outside of this country.
Yeah, and it makes perfect sense too for other countries to do this. I mean, you probably know this number better than I do. I think $800 or $900 billion is our defense budget in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so other countries obviously have a smaller. Yeah, exactly. So other countries may have a smaller budget, obviously much smaller than the U.S., but they still have billions of dollars. And so if you're looking into how to best win on the global stage as a foreign nation, you're thinking, okay, we could invest $1 billion into creating high-tech drones or a Navy, for example, or we could just spend $20 million and give it to Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, who get millions of views. And we don't have to do anything. You don't have to have the infrastructure to create a military. You don't have to have the risk of getting caught creating weapons that you're not supposed to create. You don't have the risk of losing troops. All you have to do is let Americans do the dirty work, and it's far less expensive. And believe me, $20 million, $1 billion for the military may not be that much money, but $20 million is a lot of money to any influencer out there, and they can maybe do much more damage with soft power than hard power. And that's really what this is about.
Yeah,
I'm just so glad he put that the way he did, because I didn't want to do the whole video, you all, because I know it's a little over 2 hours. This was a great conversation that they had. I want you guys to go and check this out. And Joshua Carr made some very great points, and he has great content. I enjoy Joshua Carr. He's been a guest here in the LLC, and he is always more than welcome to come back and return at any time and hang out with us here. I always enjoy listening to his content as well. I actually had a video saved up in the lineup for us to check out on his, thoughts about Candace going over there to Russia and a hug on booger bears and stuff. So I do want to touch base on this regarding Jay Witt. I think there was a great video done by April Chapman and by Tamara Neely. Let's pull up April. I know everybody don't listen to everybody, but I enjoyed both of their videos they've done covering this, and because we gotta support Jay Witt. I hate that they're targeting. This is a hard pivot. I did not plan on going over this video.
Tell you guys,
but I think it's imperative to do that because this is all about his wife wanting to do a school. And you got some people that are using his commentary to try to hold against her for, her wanting to open up a school. And apparently she's got some detractors that don't want to, or they don't want her to do it. And so my main priority is making sure he's good. When I speak with him, that's the first thing I ask. How's everything going? Are you and her okay? How the girls? Are they okay? And then from there, and then whatever he shares with me, he wants to share, he can. I tell you right now, you got people out here having real life issues happening. That's why toughs and beefs, whatever little imaginary beefs people want to have on the internet, I'm not doing it. The devil is a liar. I refuse. You got people living real life. So if I say we can move forward with something, we need to do that. Because life is too short for the nonsense. It's too short for the back and forths. It's too short for people want to go in and get mad. I literally said, blame me for everything that's said over here. Be mad at me however you want to do it. But what I'm not going to do is engage in it. I'm just not. It's ridiculous. If we can't move forward, I'm not putting energy into it because I have a whole life, a household, kids, a job, and other things that I want to accomplish. We're not going to do it. The same thing with Jay Witt. This man has got a whole issue going on here. Social media issues are the least of his concerns, mine and anyone else's. He's got, this is something affecting his household and his wife, her job, her employment situation. You can't always sit here and say we're going to hold the spouse responsible and accountable for another spouse, and then they're trying to say something about some sessions being paid for with money from the school system. You got to prove that. There's evidence you have to provide on that. You got to prove there is an account that she has access to where she took funds and paid for some sessions for any podcast. You have to prove those things. That's not like they said something I felt was harassing. It's not based on just your interpretation and how words felt. No, this is hardcore numbers with evidence. You have to prove that. So they're throwing out accusations that have to be proven with documentation. You can't put that before a jury and expect them to just go along with you saying it. No, you need to prove. Follow the money. Did this actually happen? So this matter can become an issue in the court of law. And it's unfortunate. All of this because of his commentary. Yeah, that God forbid we have First Amendment rights. I'm not saying to go out and just threaten people or, to even be bullyish or aggressive even like that. But good grief. If he has his views, whether it be political, spiritual, whatever his views are, he's entitled to that. And it should not be combined with hers. They're just combining it together as if it's coming from her. It's very possible they could be married and not have the same views at all politically. I mean, what the hell? What if she cussed him out about this and we just don't know that? You said what about what? What if she cussed him out about it? Just what if? What if she goes to court and say, oh, I heard my husband did that video and I cussed his ass out for 6 hours. Yeah, I didn't know that because we're not in a household. We're not in a marriage. We don't know exactly what her views are directly. And naturally, she's not going to talk about it in this position. But what if she did cuss his ass out? Is she supposed to tell us this? I mean, it's ridiculous. The things that you people feel like they're forced to have to explain and say and do. But what? A temper tantrum? We're not doing that. That temper tantrum does not pay my bills either. So I can give a fuck. Like, it makes no sense. That's what they're doing. Somebody threw a tantrum because she wants to open a school. They're throwing out a harsh accusation that will require hardcore evidence to prove you taking school system money and paying for podcast sessions. Like, you got to prove that. What are you talking about? So that could be defamatory if it ends up hurting him and his bottom line and his podcast, or defaming her and hurting her. That could be defamatory because that could be verified as false. You would have to provide evidence for something like that. You not agreeing with his views and opinions is one thing. You accusing them of using money from the school system or school board to fund some podcast sessions? No, that's hardcore proof. That's not based on your opinion. And they would have to provide the evidence of that because they're accusing them. They're accusing Jay Whitten and his wife of this. So they got to be the ones that are, making the accusations. Yeah, they need to get off their lazy asses and go provide that evidence. Good luck with that. Can make this up. Shout out to April Chapman, y'all. We're going to check this out. Jay Whitt, we love you, big bro. If you're listening, honey. It's going to be all right. Later at the club, we got your back over here, honey. We got your back, baby. All right, let's get to it. Y'all, shout out to my big bro, Jay Whitt. Green hearts in the chat. If you can hear, let's go.
So I want you guys to take a look at this clip. This is an actual local news story. And look, y'all, these people are a piece of work. Take a look at this.
Top story tonight, the Decatur Board of Education announces an investigation following days of controversy surrounding the district's leader. The school superintendent has come under fire for explosive comments her husband made about Muslims and transgender people on his podcast. Fox 5's Christopher King is in Decatur tonight with more. Christopher?
Russ, the Decatur Board of Education made that announcement earlier today here at its headquarters. The board says it's opening an investigation. The board would not divulge the topic of the probe or if it's connected to the superintendent, Gemma Whitaker. Parents we spoke with want answers.
It's heartbreaking.
Kelly Brown is dismayed. Brown has 3 children in Decatur schools. She says the woman who heads the schools where her kids are enrolled needs to answer for her husband's controversial statements.
I would call.
Wait a minute. The who's the superintendent of the schools needs to answer for her husband's statements. Are you guys following the pronouns used here? You have she, right? And then her, and then his. He and his. I think it's interesting how these people have decided to put the superintendent under investigation over things that her husband said on his show and on his podcast. This woman ain't said nothing. They have not one statement, not one innuendo. They have nothing from Dr. Whitaker herself, but based on what Jason said, we got a whole investigation and parents talking about they are just hurt and shocked and concerned. These people are not honest. Okay, y'all remember a couple of shows ago, I said black people was dishonest and they not honest. Yeah, these white liberals, these people are not honest. We're going to break down what this is really all about. But in the meantime, let's just finish this news clip.
Offensive.
Gemma Whitaker is the superintendent. Jason Whitaker is her husband. He produces the Jay Whitt podcast out of the Podium Studios he owns in Marietta. In one podcast, he called Muslims, quote, low IQ, and compared them to, quote, 6th century goat herders. In another, he said, quote, there is no such thing as trans men, trans women.
She should actively denounce the hate speech that is coming out of her husband's mouth on that podcast.
Brown, one of a couple dozen parents who protested outside.
Yeah, okay, so this goes back to my question. What if she did go home and cuss him out for many hours till he fell asleep? I'm just asking you. What if she said, Deacon, how dare you say these things? Get your ass up in here. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm not cooking dinner. You're going to have to buy me some food for a week and do all the laundry. She probably made Deacon sleep on the couch. Y'all. But this is unbelievable. She probably said, listen, you're going to cut the grass, clean the roof, go wash my car. You cooking dinner and washing the dishes, and you still got to empty the trash. She probably made Deacon do chores for a whole week. Who knows? We're not in their house. We're not in their marriage. Jay Witt, what am I hearing in this video? Come in here. Come finish folding up these socks. Deacon, she made you do laundry for a week, man. You can't make this up. What do they want her to do? My husband made these comments on his podcast. I wasn't even there. What are you talking about? What if she didn't even see the video? I'm just saying. Like, my kids watch, but they may not see every episode I do. My godmother might be watching. She might not see every episode I do. Should she be dinged for something I said? Seriously? And she probably didn't even know I said it? It's very possible for people in the same household to not see every video you do if you're a podcaster. I'm an independent journalist. My godmother might not watch every video I put out. Even my own mother. Sometimes she'll come up in the chat. But she may not watch every video I do. I don't get offended by that. Should my mother be held accountable for something I say? What the hell? So, Deacon. They want your wife to be mad at you till kingdom come because of something you said. And she probably didn't even know you said it. Child. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. This is priceless. Cut all these socks, Jay Witt. God, what is wrong with these people? Like, leave him alone. Jay Witt gave his opinion. He's entitled to it. The end. Did he say anything about the city of Decatur schools? No. They just looked her up, probably saw him and his channel, and put two and two together and was like, oh, is this her husband? Yeah, we'll just use all his videos against her and go from there. You know, that'll take forever. That's what they did. They looked her up, put her name in Google, saw he had a channel. Did she even tell her colleagues, you know, my husband has a YouTube channel? Or did they just look that up? I can guarantee you, they probably just looked it up. She probably didn't even mention it. And I'm not saying this as a fact. I'm just saying this is my assumption. And they probably said, oh, let's find all the horrible videos that we don't like. And then we're going to use it against her and just say, you know, well, you married him. And then that's it. The only excuse they can give to all of this is, well, he's your husband. Because otherwise, she didn't say those words. She didn't give the thought or opinion about it. He didn't say anything about the school system. They haven't proven anything about somebody using this school money to pay for her podcast sessions. No evidence has been presented on that. So right now, all they have is, we saw your husband's videos. He said this in this one video. We didn't like it. It's your fault. So yeah, now we're going to sit out here and throw a tantrum over it. Why do we have the First Amendment if this is how it's going to come down the pipeline? Are you kidding me? The hell we doing? Don't worry, Jay Witt. We got you back in.
At a Decatur Board of Ed meeting on Thursday.
It is funny. Hold on. I can guarantee you, if the roles were reversed, we would not be here. But that is not even the overarching point that I want to make in this video. We're going to finish this clip and then I'm going to cook.
More transparency and an investigation into Superintendent Whitaker.
What we are trying to find out here is mostly where she stands.
The school board held a closed-door executive session to discuss, quote,
They don't care where she stands. You know why I know that they don't care where she stands? Because they don't care about where she stands, because if they did, they would ask her to affirm what it is that she believes. It has nothing to do with what Jason believes. Ask her, where does she stand? You don't have to disavow or throw your husband under the bus in order to affirm or assert what it is that you believe. If they were really interested in what she...
Exactly. She could just say, I don't even agree with him. I cussed him out. The end. Can we all keep living? Guess what? I don't think it matters what she says. They're going to still do all this nonsense and make a noise about it. Because at the end of the day, you have people that actually believe that whatever he says, she automatically is supposed to believe and repeat it and affirm it as well. Never mind, her having her own thought and brain and her own opinions about things. Never mind that. No, for whatever he says, she's supposed to automatically go with it, and that's it. What did the Bible say that? Can't make this up. For as the husband thinketh on his podcast, so shall the wife agree with it, whether she like it or not. What kind of nonsense is this? That's how they treating her. They're treating her as if she's guilty of actually believing it all and saying it herself. She didn't say anything. First of all, it's his opinion. He's still entitled to it. That's that. Jesus did not die on that cross for us to sit here and get mad at each other's opinions. Now we got laws to protect our free speech. You can't make this stuff up. Now all of a sudden she's supposed to pay the price for this. And when was this video made? And then he turned around and did an apology video. So they're just going to ignore the apology video? Yeah, okay. See, you see how nothing will be good enough for them to accept? He did a whole apology video. Have we seen that in the news yet? Did they come back out and say, all right, so Mr. Whitaker did an apology video saying his thoughts are his thoughts alone, not his wife's, certainly not a reflection of her employment. And why don't y'all get off her ass and leave her alone again? My bad, I apologize. My views are my views. I don't even have guests that come on and agree with me on everything. It's called the spirit of debate. You're going to hold my wife accountable for something I said she may or may not even agree with. And it certainly was not said on behalf of the school board or anything. They literally looked him up, saw some videos, realized, oh, okay, we don't like this, and we're going to use this against her. It's funny, they're not producing a video where she said something they didn't even like. No, they're using his. This is so crazy. This is like the First Amendment is being spat on.
He believed they would just ask her, but they've not done that. They want her to sacrifice her husband on the altar of their ideological weirdness just so they can say, yeah, we got her. We got her.
No matter. The superintendent was not present. The board would not disclose the nature of the private meeting. But in a public session, the school board...
They won't disclose the nature of a meeting that should be available to the public. But they don't care about all this stuff getting into the public spectrum. About his video, as if she said it. She didn't have to even... Why should she have to comment on it? It's so ridiculous. What if she wasn't married? How would this go? They would have to find something else to use against her, right? Think about it. If she wasn't married, then it would be something else. Because if they want to sit here and fish out information to try to use against her, if she wasn't married, let's say they didn't know she was married at all. They don't know anything about her husband. Would this be in the news? Or if she wasn't married, would this be the issue? Because it wouldn't be, because she wouldn't be married. So his videos wouldn't have anything to do with her. So it would be something else they would try to use against her. This is not a matter of, oh, she said something that was criminal or illegal or anything, or even unethical or immoral. No, we're using, the thoughts of someone else against her because we don't like her doing XYZ over here. And then we're going to accuse her of using money from the school board to do podcast sessions. And we have not proven that at all. Never mind bank statements that can easily just debunk that. Nope. We're not going to produce any of that evidence to the public. But we're going to accuse her of it in the public. What the hell? That would be a crime too. So it would be highly defamatory if it is verifiably false. Because you're accusing someone of what sounds like embezzlement. Well, this is crazy. They don't care about how they're just throwing out these weirdo allegations and attacks. They're just doing it. This is absolutely insane.
Here announced it's launching a probe.
In light of the concerns that have come to our attention, a decision has been made by this board to conduct an independent investigation by a third party.
There will be a third-party independent investigator.
They have to pay for that.
Lorraine Irier would not discuss the focus of the investigation, but she said her community is inclusive.
Our values here in Decatur are to respect diversity and tolerance, and this is not a place for hate.
In just the past hour, Jason Whitaker, he's the husband of the superintendent. He put out a video on YouTube. He says the views he expressed on his podcast were his own, not his wife's. He also apologized if anyone was offended.
No.
Oh, this is crazy.
That's not what. First of all, that's never going to be enough. And it doesn't matter if Jason articulates that his views are his. It's obvious his views were his because they came out of his mouth on his podcast. And it's not like they came out of his mouth on his podcast when she was on the podcast. Like, none of these things happen. Right. Here's what I need. I need to understand. Since this was his podcast and his microphone, my question is, since when do y'all believe that the views of one person are automatically the views of another person?
That's what I'm trying to
And unless somebody can show me where Dr. Whitaker has used public money illegally, discriminated against students, mistreated somebody's child, violated a policy, or failed to do her job, then what exactly are we talking about here?
Thank you.
Can somebody riddle me this? Exactly what are we talking about here? I can tell you what we're talking about here. What we are watching, you guys, this is not about accountability. This is what these racist Jim Crow liberals always do. I am telling you, these people are just like their Jim Crow ancestors. They just like them. Oh, they are nothing but a bunch of sick, twisted, insecure bullies. And they are so miserable. They are so insecure about any and everything that the only way that they know how to function is by mob rule, just like in the Jim Crow South. All they know is subjugation and oppression, bullying tactics, and mob rule, minus the white cheeks this time and the burning crosses, of course. They've got new uniforms. But what these people are trying to do here is punishment by association. They used to do it when they would try to get the black folks and the Jim Crow South to do what it is that they wanted them to do. And even if there were even white sympathizers, y'all thought this was just about ethnicity? No. If you were a white person and you were just remotely viewed as a sympathizer to the Negro, they would come for you too. Plenty of white people were lynched in the Jim Crow South, and you had opportunities barred from you, and you were equally harassed. It was mob rule is all they know. It's the subjugation and the bullying tactics. This is what these people do. It is punishment by association. It's ideological harassment. And it's a couple of things. Definitely ideological harassment, but it's this feminist hypocrisy, and it's the white liberal racism wearing a DEI name tag. Let me explain to you guys what this story is really about. Okay, y'all, I'm telling you. According to this news, right, they're claiming that parents in Decatur are demanding an investigation. They want an explanation as to what it is that Dr. Whitaker believes, and they're even calling for her resignation, not because anything she's done or said or proven to be inadequate in her job. It's all because of comments that her husband made on his podcast that offended Muslims and some transgender activists. So basically, in other words, he hurt somebody's feelings with the truth. And instead of them standing confidently in what they believe, they decided to turn this into a smear campaign. Now, there's a bigger, broader reason why this is turned into a smear campaign, and we're going to get into that. But they claim that this is about what Jason said on his podcast. Okay, fine. Here's the question. What does what Jason said on his podcast have to do with Dr. Whitaker's job performance? I mean, I'm just asking some questions.
Yep.
What does what he has said have to do with student achievement? Like, this is an educational school board environment. This is an educational environment, and not one time did I hear them talk about the outcomes, the any sort of things that she has said that has impacted the ability for her to do her job. I thought y'all cared, right, about the little poor black kids in the hood who like can't read. So I'm trying to understand, what does any of this have to do with whether or not children can read and are hitting their milestones and are actually being educated? What does this have to do with whether, like I said, the little poor black kids in Decatur? We know that they need access to early childhood education in order to improve their outcomes. What does this have to do with that? See, they don't want to talk about any of that.
Here's a question. If she was not married, what would be their attack? Let's take Jay without the picture for a moment. Then what? Because right now, I haven't heard anything illegal or criminal. And the allegation of criminal activity has to be proven with evidence. Because the punishment for that is jail time. You can't just go and accuse someone of committing an actual crime with no evidence. We don't play that shit. So let's say he's not in the picture. Then what? What would be their attack next? Oh, she has straight hair. We don't like it. We thought our black people had afros or something. Not curly enough. She got to go. What are we doing? They're literally acting as if she was sitting in the studio, in the video with him, wearing a t-shirt representing her employment, saying these things while she's on the clock. You can't make this up. This has got to be the craziest stuff ever.
They don't want to talk about that because they want to make this about safety. Right, these are your Miss Millie white liberal Democrats. They want to make this all about trust and community values. But let me translate all of this liberally speak. I need to translate this into plain English for y'all. What they are saying is that we will only trust this black woman if she publicly performs submission to our ideology. That is what this is.
Exactly.
That is what they want. They want
that. And this is right here, Tina. This just sums it up. You can literally be married to somebody where you have differences of opinions in a myriad of things, especially when it comes to politics. It's that simple. But it doesn't mean that your job should be put in jeopardy if your spouse says something independent of you on their podcast, on their platform, and you may not even see the video of it. They're assuming she watched the video. Like, what if she hadn't even seen that video until now? What if she had not even known that video existed? These people act like they live in her house. What if she doesn't even agree with what he said? But it's like you're still trying to hold me accountable for it. And like April said, they never sat her down and asked her, well, what do you think about this? Because, you know, we can show that it might have an impact in this with these students and these parents. But otherwise, how would this even impact her job? Her ability to actually execute her duties? You got superintendents of schools that are there to just steal money and not give a damn about test scores. She wants a school open that will help ease the burden of low-income moms so that they can have a place to send their kids to school. Expand programs that would help low-income families, that would probably be more beneficial to predominantly African-American students. And they want to sit here and say, nope, we gotta fish through her husband's podcast and find a video. Y'all hurry up, because she wants the school open. She wants to do something. No. What the hell? They act as if she said the words herself while she was on the clock on school property. Well, this is priceless, man. You can't make this stuff up. This has to be the most egregious attack of the First Amendment. And you just, like April said, coupling this automatically to his wife. Oh, you're guilty because you're married to him. He's your husband. Like I said earlier. Well, he's your husband. So, whatever he says, you're going to get the punishment as well. Where we do that at? This is crazy. That's like, okay, you have a married couple. One spouse go out and commit a crime. The other one doesn't even know about it. But you lock both of them up as opposed to interrogating both and getting evidence to prove both played a hand in the crime. If the only one spouse goes out and commit the crime, then that spouse is the one that gets the punishment. If the other spouse is not even aware of it, you can't even charge them with something simply because they were married to the criminal. That's not how it works in our justice system. Why is that how this works here regarding First Amendment and this woman's employment? What are we doing? And then for the one thing they are accusing her of that is criminal related, they have not produced evidence on it. Go figure. So now they're just trying to be defamatory. Boy, you can't make this stuff up. Jay Witt, tell that school system I said kick rock.
This Black woman, right, who's done a phenomenal job turning things around for the kids in this school district. But see, it's never been about the kids. Oh,
not at all.
It's never been about the kids. It's always been about the ideological subversion and the mental sexual assault that they want to do to these kids. See, we're going to talk about that a little later. But for now, these people want Dr. Whitaker to denounce her husband's words, the father of her children. They want her to humiliate her household, and they want her to stand before the liberal mob and say, I reject him. I reject him. I reject his views. I reject his beliefs, his worldview. In fact, I reject him so much, you guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to divorce my husband and break up my home, and I'm going to be a single mom on purpose because I'm every woman, right? That's what they want. Please, they want her.
She going to support her husband. Let me tell you something. She going to stand by her husband and support her husband. They've been married for over 20 years. The hell? She ain't going nowhere. She going to support her husband. But they wouldn't even force her to sit here and to pay the penalty of a crime committed if he committed it and he committed it alone and she had nothing to do with it. And yet they want her to somehow, there's a moral punishment she has to pay for something they didn't like that he said on his podcast. That she may or may not even know he said. That's what's so crazy about this. They are not in this woman's marriage or in their household. They have no idea if these two even agree on everything politically. And as opposed to them talking with her and saying, this is a bit disturbing, but yet, this has nothing to do with you. We would not have known, most of us even known about this if it had not made the news. If this had not made the news, I had never seen a photo of Jay Witt's wife. I didn't even know how she looked, to be honest with you. Most of us even know about any of this had this not made the news. Because I wouldn't. Candace, you need to go sit down somewhere and have several seats and work on your so-called lavender marriage with George. You going after podcasters like this, you and the candy asses? But they won't ask about why the hell she in Russia. Yeah, okay. Candace gonna come back bugged with all kinds of viruses and issues on her laptops where they'll be watching her every move. And yet, the candy asses probably set all this nonsense up. Trying to go after content creators because, oh, how dare you attack our cult leader like she controls the internet. The hell?
Get on her knees and say, please, Miss Millie, please, Master Progressive Freak Nasty Diddycrats at the school board, please. I know y'all can't tell us what a woman is or define what a man is, but please grovel and beg to let me keep my job. Please, Miss Millie. I'm sorry, no.
Exactly.
That plantation, those antics have expired. We have been ceased operating on that kind of plantation. We're not doing that today. Okay, so let me tell y'all how these Miss Millie Democrats actually work. Y'all remember Miss Millie, right? I'm referring to her. Y'all like, who is Miss Millie? Who is she talking about? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. Miss Millie, if y'all ever seen the movie The Color Purple, Miss Millie was this dried up, old, hateful, shriveled up wife of the mayor in the movie The Color Purple. And Miss Millie, y'all, she took so much pride in how all the things that she did and how she just loved the poor colored people in the community. And this woman was always virtue signaling. And every time that she had an opportunity to show everybody, see, I just love the colors, right? She was fine until one time this one colored woman just stood up to her, and Miss Millie had asked Miss Sophia. One day they called it the filling station, the gas station. And Miss Millie coming around, slobbering, putting all her little pruned up pencil lips all over Miss Sophia's kids, kissing all over them and stuff, just being rude and disrespectful, just taking license to do things that the Miss Millie Democrat just believes that they're entitled to do. And she's kissing all over Miss Sophia's kids. And then she gonna ask Miss Sophia, do you want to come work for me? Be my maid? And Miss Sophia turned around and looked at her and was like, hell no. See, listen, I'm telling y'all, these people think that you're just supposed to bow the knee to whatever it is that they want, and they want to do whatever it is that they want to do and want you to do whatever it is they want you to do. It doesn't matter. They don't care if you're good at your job. The ultimate test is, are you willing to destroy yourself and destroy your family at their expense? And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. See, in the movie The Color Purple, Miss Sophia was fine until she stood up to Miss Millie. And she claimed she loved Sophia, but the moment Miss Sophia started to assert herself and be like, nah, this is about far as I'm going to go. No, hell no. I'm not doing that. It became a problem, and they locked Miss Sophia up and put her in jail. Put her in jail. So let me show you what this is really all about. I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. Y'all take a look at this. Y'all see this chick? Because these people love to scream, believe women, right? They want you to support women, protect Black women.
And yet they won't even ask Dr. Whitaker what you think about this. She hasn't even been given the opportunity to make a statement about the video. Go figure. Does that say pro-ho at the bottom of that t-shirt? Y'all, they for them hoes, but they won't ask a full-fledged doctor. Dr. Whitaker, can you tell me what you think about Deacon's comments he made in this post today? Give us your feedback. So she's supposed to just go ahead and say, you know what, I'm pro-ho. And then they'll probably leave her alone. God. What? Oh, man. Oh, hell is hotter. Think you can't make this stuff
all
up.
of the thing. Listen to black women until that black woman is not useful to their cause. Then suddenly, they want to interrogate her marriage and her ideas that are not necessarily in her head, but are in her husband's head.
This is
suddenly
so horrible.
They want her to police her home and make her responsible for her husband's thoughts. Now, here's the feminist hypocrisy. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I thought feminism told women that they were independent. Right? Isn't that the prevailing narrative? I thought the feminists said that women were autonomous. I thought feminists said that women, you're not defined by a man, especially not your husband. You are your own woman. You are your own person. So it's funny and hypocritical for me because now Dr. Whitaker, who happens to be married to a Christian man with a microphone, suddenly she must answer for him. I need y'all to pick a struggle. Okay, which one is it? You guys have
no, apparently that struggle is now that they are pro-ho. They don't even, encourage marriage. They don't even champion for marriages. Man, listen, let me tell you something. I would love to get married again. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. My first marriage ended up in a divorce after 12 years. My husband is the father of my 2 sons. I don't need to find my kids' father. Their father is my ex-husband. But it's so crazy how they don't champion 2-parent households and marriages anymore. They put pro-ho, but not pro-marriage on this t-shirt. Make it make sense. But they want her to pay some penalty and lose her job for what her husband said in a completely separate video on a different podcast that she wasn't even present for. But they won't champion for pro-marriage at all. Why does this, look, the hypocrisy of it all. So y'all want me to answer to what my husband said, but you're not even pro-marriage? I see pro-black, pro-brown, pro-queer, pro-trans, something in yellow, pro-science, pro-choice, pro-ho, but not pro-marriage. Pro both parents in the house. Pro 2-parent households. Pro mothers and fathers. Pro co-parenting. What the fuck? Yeah, the hypocrisy of this is staggering. It is staggering. So they want this woman to pay the punishment for her husband's video that he did how long ago? When was the video even done? And yet they can't even champion for pro-marriage. Oh my God. If this school board don't kick rocks.
A great deal of time destroying the family, making sure it's her body, her choice. But now, what about now? Apparently, according to the Decatur progressives, a woman is independent unless her husband is conservative. Now, if he's conservative, then she becomes community property, right? The irony here is so thick you could spread it on a piece of toast because this woman right here, one of the school board members, let me look at this scholar right here. This woman actually sits on the City of Decatur School Board.
She is
this
a school board
signaling
wearing
being
this
that she wears this shirt. She was wearing it in the video. Matter of fact, let me see if I can scroll back to it. Now, this is a picture of her wearing it here.
She wearing this shirt that say pro-ho. So she a hoe? Is it because she's mad or jealous that Dr. Whitaker is married with 2 daughters and her husband loves her and she's pro-ho? Is that what it is? Maybe she's just envious. Y'all, that envy is something else. It'll get you messed up to be jealous and envious. While she walking around here with a t-shirt on talking about pro-ho, but not pro-marriage or pro-Christianity or pro-anything else, but pro-ho though. Yeah, no, just keep making babies and act like you don't want to dance around the kids. The hell?
This is the same chick who sits on the school board. This is the woman that is responsible for overseeing how children are educated. Y'all see her there, right?
Crazy.
You see the little pro-black shirt? This is the virtue signal. These people don't really mean this. Well,
but she pro-ho.
This is same shirt. This is her. Look at all of the things that this woman is advocating on this shirt. You are on the school board, and this claims to be about education, but you pro-black, pro-brown, pro-queer, pro-trans, I can't read the other one, pro-science.
Does anybody know what the yellow say? Can somebody tell me what the yellow one is? Does anybody know what the yellow one says? Because you would think it would be pro-marriage since she wants this woman to give a testament for her husband's words. So she should be pro-marriage, right? Boy, this is something else. What did it say? Pro-Muslim. Okay, thank you, Patrina. Boy, you can't make this up. But you got pro-ho at the bottom, but not pro-marriage. But you want this whole wife to pay the price for what her husband said in a video on his podcast, where he had to come out and do a video and say, my thoughts are my thoughts and my views are my views, not my wife's. That's it. She has her own mind. And why in the world should she be penalized for what I say again? Yeah, that's got to be the most ass backward thing ever. And yet this heifer can't get a t-shirt that say pro-marriage, while she has an unrealistic demand for a wife to pay the price for some reason for what her husband said months ago in a separate video that she had nothing to do with. That has nothing to do with her job. But you can't be pro-marriage. Go figure. Why, this is some jacked up nonsense.
Right? Pro-choice, pro-ho.
Yo,
can somebody explain to me how a person who's responsible for overseeing how children are educated wears a shirt that says
go ahead
and
had them babies at 16.
And she's not talking about a gardening tool, by the way, but you want me to believe that you're offended by Jason Whitaker's podcast? Girl, please.
Hey, Jennifer, that says pro-Muslim in yellow. So after pro-queer, pro-trans, pro-Muslim, pro-science, pro-choice, pro-ho. Boy, you can't make this stuff up. I'm just floored at, no, not pro-marriage, but pro-ho, though. Now, we don't care if you get married, but we do want you to be a hoe. Bros and hoes. Candace. Everything is fake and gay in your world. So you would rather be pro-ho and attack Jay Witt by actually attacking his wife because of what Jay Witt said, because you don't like what he's saying. We don't care if you like or agree with what he's saying. See, that's the beauty of everybody having their own independent thought and mindset, including Dr. Whitaker. We don't have to agree, but there is nothing illegal with what he said. It didn't incite violence. It was not a threat upon somebody's life. But Candace gets to admit that she is openly stalking a woman, which is an actual crime. That's a felony. I got direct contacts and sources that obviously, live in the same residential building with Eric Kirk. That is stalking. That's a whole crime. And somehow the FBI is not all over that by now. But Jay Witt said something in a video months ago. I didn't even see the full video. I know Tamara played a little bit of it in her video. Hadn't even seen the whole thing. And somehow his wife is supposed to take the hit, lose her job over it. Never mind how she feels about it. Never mind her independent thought. Because they supposed to be pro-choice and all. Pro everything, pro hoe, but not pro marriage. No. We're not for a black woman who's married to have her own mindset. Hell no. This is crazy. This whole shirt is one big walking hypocrisy. You can be pro everything, including pro hoe, but you can't be pro marriage or pro independent thinking. What the is going on in this stupid school system?
How are you out here publicly? And these are like in the city of Decatur. There's this one school in particular, this elementary school, that's going to be the subject of the discussion we're going to talk about here today. I just want to ask, how are you pro hoe? And you're out here publicly promoting sexual rebellion in front of children on a t-shirt at a press conference, and you're demanding the superintendent resign and answer to you. But you've out here scandalized because a Christian man has said that God made them male and female. But you're out here talking about you pro ho. Y'all,
hey, God, you can't make this up.
This is what happens when the moral compass, it ain't just broke. It's been sold on Facebook Marketplace, and for
that moral compass is on fire in the pits of hell. It's gone. Yeah, that moral compass landed in hell a long time ago, okay? When you start putting pro ho on a t-shirt and you proud of that, that moral compass is gone. It's burning up in hell. Right next to Lucifer's toilet. Where Candace was birthed from. Can't make this up. This is crazy. I can't believe she's wearing this around kids at anything with a school. Pro ho. You want them to spell that word like that? So you want these kids to think it's cool to be a hoe. So these little girls not supposed to grow up and be pro-marriage or pro-wife. No, they're supposed to be pro-hoe. But if you get pregnant, though, don't worry about the father being in the child's life. Just be a hoe. What the hell? Yeah, that compass is burning up in here. That moral compass is gone. It's gone.
Like $3 with a pack of glitter stickers. Okay, these people are not honest.
This is crazy.
They don't care about safety or educating children or protecting kids at all. These people don't give a darn about these kids. In fact, they are thoroughly committed to destroying these kids, and they do not care about the educational outcomes of these kids. They care about the ideological outcomes of these kids. That's what they care about. They would rather your kid be out here claiming to be a furry, asking for a whole litter box. But when it comes to reading on grade level, that's not important. We'd rather...
Yeah, because Candace can't say beret or bureau or, tell you what 4 times 8 is or the freezing point of water. But she'll sit here and talk about she would rather be Russian than American because something, Kosh Patel, blah, blah, blah. This is what we are. Candace is that perfect example of this jacked up school system where, never mind if you can't do simple basic math. You spent $558,000 on security detail in 1 year, whatever. Oh, you can't say onomatopoeia, but you'd rather be Russian because the FBI is not bending to your will. And because you believe that the earth is flat and not spherical. Oh, okay. This is what you get when you get somebody that believes in all these things on that t-shirt. Pro-ho being number 1. Because Candace could care less that she married a faking gay man. George Farmer can kiss my ass. You can't make this up. Never mind the E and Carol walking around in booty shorts around the house, living there 3 to 5 months. No. Pro-ho, but they don't care if you pro-marriage, pro-independent thinking, pro-wife, pro-2-parent household. Jesus Christ.
Harass the superintendent about something her husband said on our podcast. So that's what let me tell you what this is about. This is not about children. Because if this were about children, the conversation would be about literacy and the outcomes that have been obtained under Dr. Whitaker's leadership. They'd be talking about the early intervention. They would be talking about school performance. It would be about whether Decatur's most vulnerable families, do they have access to a quality education? Do the children in the lower income communities, are they given the tools that they need before they hit kindergarten because they're already behind? Yeah, that's not. The outrage machine, they don't want to focus on any of that. Nah, they don't
care if you can spell or
the
write
little black
or read.
kids who can't read, they're not the priority.
Not at all.
See, they need little black kids, especially the black boys. They need them concerned about wearing a dress and prancing around singing It's Raining Men while at a drag queen story out.
George Farmer. George, are you listening? He's talking about you, except you're white European from the UK. But he does the same thing. Catches mermaids in Russia while he's fishing, all those things. Oh, we have so many photos.
This has never been about educating children or making sure that these kids are safe. These people are about capturing children. There is a difference because education would focus and teach children how to think. But these indoctrination camps are telling children how or what they are allowed to think. That's what these racist white progressives are really angry about. They are angry that Dr. Whitaker is doing what she's supposed to be doing, which is focusing on education and not the ideological worship. Dr. Whitaker has said nothing that is harmful to children or their parents. She has respected their rights. All of the people, regardless of how they are, she has respected their right to think and feel whatever it is that they want. Yep. Why? Because she is focused with the end goal of mind of educating these children. This woman wants to build a school to help these kids and to get rid of the school that has a lower enrollment that is a waste of money. But you see, they don't want to talk about that. See, the real problem here, this is about them not wanting to close. They don't want to close the school that has a low enrollment.
Can't make this up.
And they don't want her to build a school for the black kids in the hood who need it. So what do? The mob has found the pressure point. They come for her husband. See, that
it's not a dream, Cheryl. That woman was wearing a shirt that says pro hose, HOE. Because this is unbelievable. You see that, Dana? Is that an exclamation point next to it? HOE. She didn't even try to go whore. Like, if you're going to get ratchet with it, at least use the proper term. It's whore. 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 She put a hoe. HOE. So you just throwing around the slang? Is that what we're doing? She's supposed to be on the school board. And this is how she spelled hoe. As opposed to whore. She said, nah, I'm just going to do the slang version. We all know that one. This is pathetic. But not pro-marriage. No. Not pro-co-parenting. Pro-two-parent household. Pro-fathers in the home. I mean, good grief. Pro-moms in the home. This is mind-numbing. Pro-ho. Not whore. Ho. God. This woman is around children with this damn t-shirt. You can't make this up. Jay Witt, we got you back. Listen. Let me fast forward today. Y'all make sure y'all go check out April. Oh, she going in.
Here comes the truth. It is about control, suspicion, paternalism, the white savior, Jim Crow, subjugation, bully mob, white mob punishment. That's what this is. It is the same old plantation spirit with a new yard sign. They will put Black Lives Matter in the front yard, but it's only if those Black lives vote, think, speak, parent, worship, and submit the way they tell them to, because y'all forgot we own you Negroes. Oh, yes. That is why I say that the white liberal racism is one of the most dishonest forms of racism in America. And that is the white racism that is the most prevalent. Because at least back in the day, at least the old school racists, they kind of told you, look, we don't like you Negroes. Okay, like I can live with that. But the white liberal will smile on your face, put a whole rainbow sticker on their laptop and says, hey, I'm an ally. I love you guys. But then they will try to destroy a Black woman only because her husband has a biblical worldview. And they want you to believe that they're your ally. Nah, these people think they own you. I'm telling you that's what this is. At the end of the day, these people are trying to make an example out of Dr. Whitaker. And I'm simply here to say a wife is not a public relations department for her husband. The husband is the husband, the wife is the wife, and a husband is not a political hostage for his wife. We don't believe in collective punishment. When I stand before God and I have to give an account for what it is that I do, not what my husband does.
She ain't never lied about that. Hallelujah. Amen in the chat. When you stand before God, you will stand alone. That's biblical. You will stand alone and give a testament to your life. You will not be able to phone a friend or your spouse or a sibling or those relatives you can't stop taking care of and paying their bills for because you make 6 figures and you don't know what to do with your money. Nope. You will stand before God alone. And if he says, why didn't you honor the word of God and be obedient to what I said in scripture? You will have to answer that for yourself. Dr. Whitaker will stand before God alone. She will not be able to call Jay Witt in and then he answer for her on Judgment Day. Nope. Or vice versa. We will stand before God alone and be judged. That's it. It's that straightforward. And then he will open the book of life and tell us exactly what we said and did. Oh, you want to act like you have amnesia? I say, Peter, bring the book of life. Because the Lady Luck Club couldn't remember what she said. And I know you do. I know your heart. I made you. Like, this is how they're hemming her up. Oh, he said, your husband said these things. Yeah, no, we're just going to make sure you lose your job over it. What you talking about? Would you even care about my husband if he was saying things you wanted to hear? Do you all really think that it would be the same scenario if he were saying things that they actually wanted to hear? If he was saying, hey, y'all should walk around wearing t-shirts talking about I'm pro whore. They wouldn't have a problem with her if he was saying that on his podcast. They probably didn't even know he existed until now. That's how bogus this is. They probably just did a Google search, found his channel, tried to verify to see that was her husband, and now they want to hem her up and cause her to lose her job for what he said in his videos, where he had to come out and say, this is not the views of my wife. What is wrong with you people? Oh, no, because they pro-ho. When you can't spell whore, leave me and my wife alone. How about that? I'm going to need you to go back. Who is the lady? What's the lady name? Did she ever say her name? Whoever this lady is, girl, until you learn how to spell the word whore, go sit down and have several seats. Whoever this is, go sit down and have several seats until you learn how to spell the word whore. How dare you misspell that word on a t-shirt? Then you want to talk about she should lose her job because of what her husband said. When you think you should keep your job for misspelling a word, and you made t-shirts out of that. Bad grammar. Your audacity. You're on the school board and spelling is not your strong point. I have a problem with that. So I think you should lose your job for being stupid. I think that's fair. I think this woman should lose her job for this horrible misspelling. Because that matters. If you're going to be on a school board, you need to learn how to spell. You can find this is priceless. Oh, y'all go make sure y'all go check out April. Show April some love in the chat. And make sure you go check out her full video. I think this woman should lose her job because she can't spell worth a damn. You know, because the word is whore. You can't make this up. And she encouraged the kids to be hoes. Mrs. Felder, you mean be whore? That's not how you spell that word. This is a school after all. God. You ask that lady what's 4 times 6. Let's see what we get. I guarantee you it will not be the correct answer. Oh, this is something else. And using that word in front of children. You can't make this up. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. We got some photos to look at right quick. Shout out to April, girl. Telling it like it is. When you stand before God on Judgment Day, you will stand alone. Even God won't punish you for what your husband said. You can't make this up. No, God is going to judge you for what you thought and what you said and what you did. Not for what someone else said and did. So if God doesn't do it, why are we doing that here on earth? And why would anybody take this crap seriously when you're throwing out false accusations against your neighbor? You know, something the Bible says don't do. They're accusing her of using money to pay for podcast sessions that came from the school board. Well, you got to prove that, and they haven't done that. So that's defamatory. But God is not going to judge her for what Jay Witt said. He's going to judge her for what she said. She is going to be held accountable for her words and her thoughts and her actions, not her husband's. We bless God for it. Can't make this up. Y'all, this alien. Candace. Oh, is that George out there as a mermaid? Oh my God. Y'all. You gotta laugh at these photos because it's crazy to think that this is what George is out here doing. He's fishing. Huge lawsuit if they fire her. Exactly, Juju. See, that's the one good thing about this. She can win a lawsuit for wrongful termination if they fire her. And I hope, Deacon, if you're listening, make sure you tell your wife to say, and in reference to the Lady Luck Club, she stated, which is true, that even God is not going to judge me for my husband's words in a video. Why should a bunch of mere mortals that can't spell the word whore judge me for what my husband said and cause me to lose my job, my income? I got kids in college. What's wrong with you people? They're actually getting an education as well. And you all want to cut that off for someone wearing a t-shirt in front of children with the word hoe on it. Not whore, but hoe. While they sit here and want me to lose my job for what my husband said in a video. I thought he and I were supposed to have independent thinking. Do I not have my own opinion? Am I not entitled to that? You know, if God doesn't judge me for his words, then you all aren't going to do that either. And losing my job is wrongful termination. You will be sued. Then I won't have to worry about working ever again. I can just live off of the money that I'm going to get in this settlement. Jay Wynn, if you get a settlement, give me $7,000. Deacon, send me $7,000. I'm tired of waiting on the candy asses to do it. Boy, they've been saying I'm getting this money from Israel any day now, and I haven't gotten it yet. Deacon, can you give me $7,000 when y'all win y'all lawsuit? You can't make this up. God is not gonna judge her for his words. Why in the world are they trying to fire her for that? Yeah, that's a huge lawsuit, Juju. Wrongful termination and retaliation. And they're dumb. They can't spell the word whore. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? The audacity of them. Boy, you can't make that's priceless. Candace still over there being stupid in Russia, getting tagged. Candace, you know they bugged your hotel room. Oh my God, y'all. Shout out to Juju as well as Sifa for these photos. I think Sifa sent me this one. Oh, the alien. Candace is an alien. Yeah, that's I hope that's what that says, but I don't know. Who speaks Russian? I don't know. God. Anybody can translate that? For right now, I'm just gonna say that means Candace is an alien. Oh, this Muppet. Oh, this puppet is such a joke. Who watches this loser? Cringe streamer alert. Puppet Queen Ties Muppet. Candace, is you as a Muppet. With the whole helmet. God, this is a special football helmet. She's got to wear it in all public places. Before she goes around and bangs her head on the wall for fun. Yeah, she got to wear this helmet. Candace kick rocks. Over there being a traitor. Can't make this up. Y'all, I still say this looks like John Mappin. Oh, goodness. He's a cult member of Scientology. It's unbelievable. I told y'all we was going to have thumbnails. Wait a minute. I want to make sure. Because you all sent me some new photos. Let me go back. That. Look at this one. Y'all, this is such a thumbnail. Oh, this is hard. Oh, look at all the mermaids. Forget FBI and CIA. Meet Yeasty Army bias. The new global order. Y'all, this is George sitting in the chair with all his mermaids around. And this idiot who says everything is fake and gay. Candace. The Yeasty Army boss. Oh, these mermaids are something else. Oh, I gotta say, boy, this thumbnail is hard. I love it. Oh, that's gonna be our thumbnail for Wednesday's live stream. Candace, you brought this upon yourself, you dumb heifer. That's what he out here fishing for, y'all. This is a trident. She got in her hand a scroll. This is a scroll. Candace, is this a scroll or a bat? It looks like a mini bat. Who knows? It could be a scroll. Probably information she's giving to Russia from the U.S. Who knows? God. They're being a traitor in front of our faces. And we're not supposed to be upset about that. Candace, you're disgusting. She said 6 months ago she would rather be Russian. Bye, heifer. Go be Russian. No one is stopping you. We don't want you back. You're under the sea. Under the sea. Yeah, George sitting on a throne with all these men around. Oh, Candace, this is how unimportant you are. Oh, man. Y'all. Ooh, this thumbnail hard. I love it. All right, y'all. Let's get to the last thing of the day, and that is the new video from Paramount Tactic. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, I gotta hurry up. Paramount Tactic is doing something right quick. Let me okay, yes. Oh my God. Candace. Candace. Oh man, it smiles hide a dark secret. Oh, this is priceless. Oh, cold-blooded. Shout out to the cold-blooded Christian. Shout out to the cold-blooded Christian. Cold-blooded. Oh, we're so here for this. We got Ami, y'all. Ami's got a new video, and we got to check it out. He will be with us tomorrow. Hold on. Let's go back. Y'all, on the next episode of Candace Owens, we are here for it. And it looks like he's speaking Russian. We love you, Ami. Y'all, this is going to be the last video of the night. We got to get this laugh in. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Mama Sage, for becoming a new member. Shout out to you. And make sure you guys go and support April Chapman and Joshua Carr, Jay Witt. Go check out the full video from Joshua Carr's collab with Gary from Paramount Tactical as well. And then, of course, make sure you guys check out the playlist for Candace, the Dumb Alien, here in the Lady Luck Club. Because I already called this 6 months ago when she said she would rather be Russian. Can't make this up. So she was planning this trip 6 months ago at least. She had to get a visa. Yeah. And all these speaking engagements and stuff. She knew then what she was doing. She just tried to blame it all on Kosh Patel. Candace, I could care less if I'm butchering his name. He has nothing to do with you wanting to deflect and be a traitor to the United States of America. You dumb alien. Get off of our planet. God. Shout out to Ami. Let's get to it, y'all. Green hearts in the chat. Well, you can see it in here.
Нет просто отоплать, you guys. Mit dem Kruzomrat, нет просто Russia, Vladimir Putin, okay? Потому что когда один вокруг, что Israel, потому что когда один вот Ирка Kirk, вот такой аббревиатор Ирка Kirk, вот такой здесь вот Charlie, потому что когда один вот нет, фратес Дугин, фратес Vladimir Putin, вот когда один нет просто спортивный сэндвич. Когда просто вот no, no, фратес no, you know? Один раз говорит, мне фратес, ничего, потому что нет этого до свидания. Israel, нет просто отоплать, you guys.
This whole thing was in Russian. Oh man, is he speaking the language and he's just winging it? Out! Oh my God! Wait a minute, I gotta play this again.
Нет просто Russia, Vladimir Putin, okay? Потому что когда один вокруг, что Israel, потому что когда один вот Ирка Kirk, вот такой аббревиатор Ирка Kirk, потому что здесь вот Charlie, потому что когда один нет, фратес Дугин, фратес Vladimir Putin, вот когда один нет просто спортивный сэндвич. Когда просто вот no, no, братать, no, you know? Один раз говорит, мне братать, ничего, бургация нет этого до свидания. Israel.
Oh my God. So y'all know what I'm going to be asking him tomorrow. Are you actually speaking Russian here? He's throwing out some words. I wouldn't be surprised if he could speak Russian. This is crazy. I heard make him a sandwich. I heard that too. I heard Eric Kirk. You know, no, but we know no, you know? And in Israel, of course. And make him a sandwich. Is anything else y'all picked up? Oh my God. Ami will be with us tomorrow, so we'll be able to ask him about every part of this video, okay? I need a translator. You can't make this up. Oh my goodness. Was he actually speaking Russian? Yeah, we'll be able to ask him tomorrow. It sounds like Spanish mixed with something else. I thought he was playing. This is actually Russian. Well, this is a trip. Oh, Ami, mama love you. I will see you all tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not Utah time. Ami Kozak will be here in the Lady Luck Club. I'm so excited. Mama's so excited. I can't wait, baby. I will see you all tomorrow. Join me. Make sure you guys hype this video up when it's done. Let's keep this stuff up in the algorithm and keep our foot on Candace's traitorous neck, okay? I appreciate all of you all. Thank you all so much for your support. And I will see you all in the next one. Until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.